Oh, is it not working?
Oh, that's okay. I don't need to see. It's just them.
It's extremely awkward.
I know. I've seen enough. I know what it's like the whole time.
We're live, by the
Oh,
way.
sweet. We
What's up, you guys?
we're
A
talking-
scientist, good morning.
Dale's gonna spring on me the Baldonis.
Yeah, Angela has not yet seen.
I've just been avoiding it because I can't stand that dude. So like I'm like, okay, he did a thing. Like I don't give a shit.
Oh, well,
So you're gonna make me watch it, like that scene in Clockwork Orange where he like pins his eyes open.
we are.
That's what it's like.
We are. Here we are on his Instagram. Oh, let me get you and I in on the action here, real quick. Let me get you and I on the action. Boop, boop. Okay, there's me and Angela. Look, there we are. You can see us now. We're in the collage. Hello, everyone. By the way, let me just tell you who's here right now. Deanna's with us.
Wonderful.
It's always wonderful. Archival Raccoon.
Delegate said, "Same, Angela. Same."
Delegate is here. Cracking jokes.
Archival Reckon said I stopped watching it after like 3 seconds. You're like, oh, okay, this is.
Well, you're about to
I know
watch
what
it
this
all.
is gonna be.
Unless you want to come back when it's over. And then, we have a scientist, which is so glad to see. I'm so glad to see her.
Do you have on the screen? Is it us on the screen right now?
It's us with the Baldoni.
It's like a fucking panopticon in here.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at us and us and us.
I just went to go get to the comments, and everyone's seeing me do that now. All right, back to the Instagram. Here we go. Check it out. This is it. You ready, Angela?
I guess.
Oh, you're going to love it. You know why? Because this video is filled with intense information. It's got like lots of intense information. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We have not done this in a while.
We haven't.
So we have not spoken publicly for the better part of the last 2 years. And it's not because we haven't had anything to say.
No, it's because Brian Friedman does it for
because
you all the
Lord knows
time.
We have. But it just felt like every time we went to make a video like this, we wanted to speak, something was telling us not to. It just didn't feel like the right time.
It's Jesus, obviously. Well, not Jesus,
And we
but
were
whatever. All the Jesuses.
Talking about it
tormented.
and feeling into it and praying about it. And
And this feels like the moment.
so here we are.
That being said, there's so much to say, and it makes it hard to speak. It makes it hard to figure out what is right for.
And we're not going to say it all
for
in
this
this
specific
video.
moment. Yeah.
I
of
look how you
course
just
not.
shushed her.
But what does feel
He's staring.
important
You don't
is
see this?
that we can genuinely say that we are sitting here today feeling immense gratitude for so many things and so many people and
The
so
mansion
many
behind
things
you.
that have happened to us.
Gratitude has saved us.
It has. And I also feel that it's important as we say that, in that gratitude, it doesn't negate the injustice and the pain that we have also felt in the last few years. And we've had to wrestle with so many things and try to understand so many things. Like, how could something like this even happen?
What, your husband, you see, he...
Let alone disguised as a fight for women. So much to unpack.
Yeah.
And the truth is,
There's a lot to unpack there.
reality
actually.
is that there's been a lot of trauma for us to move through as a family.
Maybe she didn't read the document
which also
that
makes
they
it hard
filed
to
with the
see.
court admitting that she was in good faith
And
and
we-
that her complaints were real.
We don't even know this is the right thing to say, but we just know we need to share something. What I will say is that there have been so many
Come on. Come on.
painful
Oh.
things that have been
He's such a fucking
spoken
victim.
into existence
Untruthful.
What is this
over the
language?
last couple years. And that created so much noise, and we didn't want to add to the noise. So we just wanted to let the justice system run its course.
Listen to this bullshit now.
And the truth and the facts have spoken for themselves.
Yeah, they have. You're just not paying attention.
And here we are.
All right, so
Here we are losing. Losing
how
$8
are we
million.
doing? That's the,
How are we
when people see
doing?
us on the street, how are you? We are healing. And if you've ever been through something traumatic, you know that healing isn't linear. It looks different every day. And we have had to
Whisper it to me.
rethink for ourselves what is real
The boogeyman.
and what matters. And
Christmas.
it's this.
the kids.
It's our family.
Yeah.
It's our friends. It's our community
Our
who have
faith.
been there for us. It's our faith.
Pizza.
I think we're closer and more devoted and steadfast in our faith than we've ever been.
Yeah, guilty people do
so
that
it's
all the time.
It's a Baha'i video. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's
Also, this has been on both of our hearts.
What is this
There were
language?
so many of you
Yeah.
who, when we didn't have a voice, were our voice.
Yeah, Andy Signor loves you.
You had a prayer at the very beginning.
You're so
which
lucky to
was
have
you
that
just prayed
voice.
that people would have discernment.
Yeah, he hired 30,000 a month
So
to
many of
buy
you had
voices.
discernment, and you used your intuition and you trusted that. And you have given your time to fight for us. And thank you does not feel like enough. But we're here, in large part, like, because of so many of you and all of our friends and family.
Losing the lawsuit, yeah.
And one thing that we've learned is that when God presses the reset button and when everything else is stripped away,
Noah's Ark.
that's when love shows up.
And I did.
And we feel so loved.
Or a giant flood.
Yeah. This is our giant flood.
And there is so much more to say. And
Say it.
And we'll say
that
it.
time will come. But for now, we are going to focus on continuing the healing and hanging out with our kiddos and enjoying life. And
And
that's it.
ending this 4-minute and 48-second video.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Okay. So that was the
Hello.
awkwardness
Hi.
of that.
We have not done this in a while.
We haven't.
I hope you never do it again.
That he started with the big exhale sort of gave me like flashbacks from everybody playing that voicemail that he left for Blake Lively. He did the same thing on that one. So tortured.
It's nice to hear your like sweet voice in my ear like that with instead of just across the room, it's all full and I can hear all the little pops.
I know you
like.
did a really good job with the sound here.
Anyway, so there we go. Holy shit.
Okay, so that was bonkers. They didn't say anything. Like, what was the point? They just wanted to talk about their
Yeah.
faith, or what?
Yeah, I guess they went well, and they wanted to thank everybody for all the kind support. They wanted
Thanks
to
for helping.
jab Blake Lively.
Thanks for
obviously.
helping attack her, for us. Well, it was really funny that he said, I also don't know, like, what compels people to use this, like, weirdo, like, therapy speak. But he said a lot of painful things were spoken into existence, which is just like, God, there's just so many. First of all, it's like such passive language. Like every single word chosen in that sentence is like the passive form in order to not say anything. What do you mean was spoken? Who spoke?
Yeah.
What painful things
Were spoken
What
into
are you
existence.
talking about? What does that even mean?
It's so interesting because they didn't do that. I can recall. They didn't do anything on their side that was like, like defamatory kind of like statements about him. They put out their.
You're saying they and him.
meaning
Who are you
the
talking
Blake
about?
Lively crew. They put out their evidence, and in part that evidence was damning for him, right?
Right. He said painful things that were spoken into existence.
What?
Which I guess is an interesting way to frame it when you were intending to hide all of your bad behavior. So you think that somebody speaking about it brought it into existence? Like, that's a really interesting framing of his.
I like we got-
Because there was nothing that she spoke into existence that didn't already fucking exist in secret. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I went looking for this. This is such like a interesting snippet. Speaking of things, painful things that were spoken into existence.
What just blows my mind is that before you get started, what blows my mind is that they don't, like, she says these things and she says that all these false accusations. Did she not read
I don't think she did.
the instruction to the court, to the jury that was going to be read to the jury prior to the trial? Did she not read? Did she not understand? Was there no comprehension in their statement that Blake Lively's complaints were made in good faith?
I'm tripping because like I was continuing. I can tell that I'm still continuing to give Emily Baldoni the benefit of the doubt of her, like, oh, maybe she just doesn't know. Maybe she's so busy with the kids and her own business and her own life, and she just actually doesn't know because she's not going through and reading everything. Like, I don't have a life, so I went and fucking read everything. Maybe she doesn't know what's going on, right? But there she is talking about how she's the one who's making the statement about how it was dressed up like a fight for fight for feminist ideals or whatever, as if that's not the entirety of the case, like that labor
Disguised as a
laws,
fight
labor
for
laws,
women.
and harassment and sexual harassment in the workplace wasn't the central focus of the case.
Well, and also like there was no like
Like it's a really weird reframing for her to do.
Yeah.
So I can't keep giving her the benefit of the doubt because obviously that's like you could be like, okay, my husband was falsely accused, but you wouldn't say that she's like a Trojan horse trying to claim feminism when there isn't any. Like
it's the same thing they said
Do you know
about
what I
Amber
mean?
Heard.
Yes, I know. It's just so strange that Emily Baldoni is using these words instead of like I don't know, man. I guess she's just as fucking insane as he is. Anyway, I went and I looked for I was like, oh, painful things spoken into his existence. And of course, because I have this whole fucking archive of this case, you
Yeah.
know, it's ridiculous. That's what I do with everything. I'm like a little fucking information pack rat, you know? So I just like went and found the painful things that Justin Baldoni has spoken into
So
existence.
it's so interesting because when she's
You're cutting me off again, and I
Yeah.
just want to get to this thing. Justin Baldoni said, quickly, my partner Steve asked about flipping the narrative from this leak this AM about Ryan saying the script was a disaster and he saved the movie. This is something that literally didn't happen that Justin Baldoni spoke into existence. That was a painful thing for other people.
yeah.
You know, he said to something about Ryan claiming the female hired was a feminist writer, didn't know how to tackle a female film, etc. Use their own words against them. This is an easy flip. And the fact that they saved the script from what they think is a disaster after we had a greenlit script and was a strike was strike basically implies they were scabs, which we should 100% lead them to. It's a man coming in to say this female writer sucks and I need to save it. Let him drown in his own pool. That was literally a painful thing that was spoken into existence by fucking Justin Baldoni. Nobody
Himself.
else invented that but him.
Nope.
That wasn't a thing that existed before he came up
well,
with
didn't
it.
he blame Steve Sarowitz or something, or was that a different
Yeah,
thing?
in his deposition, he was like, I was just relaying something that, you know, Steve's a kook, you know. I didn't come up with that. I can't take any responsibility. So it's just like, I don't know, man. You can't listen to anything that he's saying and actually have any knowledge of what was in the evidence. And like, here's what I was looking for in this video. Is there a hint about where he goes from here? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's going faith-based, like we said. You know, I mean, who knows? But it just sounds like he's like all about the God and the faith, and I don't know, who the fuck knows. I mean, he's got 4 million followers. Obviously, there's a bazillion of them that are bots, but he has so many followers, so he's got like cash to make. He's gonna write a fucking book. Hey, mark my fucking words, dude. This guy's gonna write a book. You know,
I think he is, yeah. I think he's already announced that somehow.
Oh, has he?
I don't
There
know
you
where
go.
I heard that.
Chat's alive and well. Little Blackhead says Emily is complicit.
Yes, and I'm like struggling with this.
Do you remember Justin Baldoni thinking about speaking things into fucking existence? Do you remember Justin Baldoni said that he brought everything to Emily and there was a moment for reconciliation, right? There was a moment to settle this before it ever became what it became.
Oh, yeah. Like they basically handed
And what
him
did he say that Emily said to him about what to do?
go to war.
She said, go to war.
Yeah.
She said, go to fucking war. Well, talk about
Congratulations.
bringing things into existence,
Watch
dude.
see how that turned out. You
Yeah.
Fucking boneheads.
Talk about speaking things into existence. Well, she wanted a war and she ended up getting one. Pardon me, by the way.
I saved this. This is from Tanothaniel, whatever, on Twitter. He goes by Nate. Can you imagine being married to someone who is so publicly and obviously a total creep of a man, and you choose to sit there smiling like there's no war in, I don't know what this must be a language problem, so I can't pronounce this part. When he talks about healing from the shit that he inflicted on other people.
Yeah. Healing from the shit that he inflicted on other people. Exactly. The war he started.
They're talking about trauma and healing.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if you pick a fight and you get your ass kicked, that is a very traumatic experience. But they're not referencing at all how any of this fucking started. Do you know? It's like
No.
she was I just don't, man, I struggle with this part. Because from the beginning, like I watched some Man Enough episodes that she was on.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, Their religion is weird. Like, she's a trad wife. Evidently, everything that she has put out on her own, like on their like Baha'i networks, is very trad wifey. So like, I understand she's like in the sauce. Like, she can't shed that.
She's deep.
But I thought it would be weird. I thought that she was smart enough to recognize when she's being used as a fucking prop. Especially when he said in his own deposition and he said in his own apologies about his on-set behavior that he was like, oh, I can say that because my wife is here. He's been using her as a prop. And I expected her to be smart enough to recognize when she's being used as a prop. And here she is again. Everything he does going forward, she's going to be at his fucking side. They're going to be like Tammy Faye, what is it? The Baker?
The Bakers.
Yeah.
Tammy and...
Tammy Faye Baker and...
what was his name?
And she's going to be crying at his side, you know? And it's just going to be
John
like
Baker?
a big
What was
fucking
his
prop.
fucking name? The Bakers. Oh, the paint job on that woman's face.
Yeah.
So, listen, here's the thing, man.
It's just so irritating because she's too smart for this shit.
Is she?
Fucking dumb.
Is she? Is she? She's literally like speaking lies.
I know.
Like
I would expect
directly
it-
to the camera, speaking fucking lies.
I thought
she
for
said
a
that there
second-
were lies made up about them. None of that is true. I mean, maybe in the general public, maybe there was some like something happening on podcasts like ours or whatever, where people were like making shit up. Or,
I guess I still want her to wake the fuck up because do you remember the footage when they're walking into the courthouse and Steve Sarowitz basically blocked Emily Baldoni out?
couldn't believe it.
To put his arm around Justin Baldoni, and she was literally blocked out behind him. It was the most awkward thing I've ever seen
remember
anybody
it well.
do. It was really strange. I was like, oh, Steve Sarowitz is either drunk or he fucking hates her, right? Like little things like that. I'm like, God, fucking wake up. Emily Baldoni, stand up. I can't believe that she's like laundering his shit reputation for him instead of just letting him do it on his own. There's no reason why she has to be there. He can do all this on his own. Ugh, it's so gross. If you were ever outed for being a creep, which would be astounding to me because we're attached to the hip all the time. I've never seen you do anything creepy ever.
No. I'm not
But
a
if
creep.
you were, I'd be like, out. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
not out of the relationship because maybe, I don't know, whatever. It's a hypothetical scenario, so who knows how things go. But
No,
I
but if
wouldn't
you
be,
saw irrefutable evidence
I wouldn't
that
be
I
like
was a creep.
I wouldn't be like fucking shoulder
be
to
out.
shoulder with you on the fucking
No.
fucking videos.
No, and the
on
only
your
reason
like
you would
apology
ever-
tour.
And the only fucking remote possibility that you would stay in a relationship where I was creeping on the side and you didn't know and it came out is if you understood completely
That you're really rich.
that well yeah, I mean, well,
'Cause
there
that's what I thought it was with her. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so she's putting up with all this bullshit because she lives in a fucking 7,000 square foot mansion in fucking
you
Tennessee.
didn't see the set behind them, but it's like this all wall glass, like just
No,
this stunning
one
place.
of the tabloid magazines when he moved to Tennessee, they did like a whole
like
whatever.
walkthrough or whatever.
I mean, I can't believe I even
It's
looked
like
at
a
this.
real estate.
I'm on
like,
the
walkthrough.
internet too much, I admit, but I was looking at this article and they were like, look at his new mansion that he just bought. And so it was like the real estate photos of it and fucking gorgeous, like amazing. Yeah, these floor to ceiling windows, 7,000 square feet.
7,000 square feet.
That
This
is
guy's talking
obscene.
about this guy's talking about trauma, and I'm not suggesting that this wasn't trauma. During his traumatic experience,
You can be sad in a big
he
house, I
bought a
guess.
7,000 square foot mansion during his traumatic experience.
You don't think you can be sad in a big house?
I know you can.
I mean, if I was a giant fucking loser and everybody knew that I was a creep and I was trying to like, I had a reputation that I had crafted that was a total fucking lie and they found me out, I'd probably be sad in a big house.
He also bought that mansion on the money he made from It Ends With Us. Literally the last job he had.
Yeah.
And that job, now maybe he's got some payroll, like he's been on the payroll for other productions at the studio. I have no idea. I know there were subsequent productions to It Ends With Us. But anyway, I just thought like, we had to put it on the show because it's just like, this is fucking, it's just, oh my God. These people, I can't even believe them. I really cannot believe
I'm
them.
offended for her. Like, I know he's a fucking dirtbag, whatever, but
I think she's complicit. I'm with little black cat. I think she's complicit. I believe Justin Baldoni when he says that Emily said go to war. I believe him. I believe him.
that's also incredibly stupid advice.
It's
Like,
the dumbest
if
advice
you
can
brought
ask.
me something like this sort of scenario,
Make it go away.
yeah,
Like that's the first thing you want to do.
I would be like, literally in the book, The Art of War. Never once do they say go to war.
That's not the art of war.
Like the book about the art of war, like written for warriors and generals and everything. Like 80% of the book is about how to avoid going to war.
You know, people forget some major and important points about this whole case. First is that the reason that Blake Lively brought the document written by her and presumably, that was really funny. Presumably, what's his name? The boyfriend, the husband, the father of her children. Some of them, all of them. I don't even know. Ryan Reynolds. That letter.
All of them, I think.
That letter.
Don't break a new scandal, Dale.
One or two of them, whatever. Yeah, well, who knows? There might have been a couple on the side of the road.
That they picked up.
Yeah, they're like, what's that? Yeah, it's a
strays.
baby. Let's grab it on the way to the plantation.
You forgot what you were going to say.
No, I didn't. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds wrote this document, right? And in that document, they were like, hey, if we can come up with something like this and release it to the public, we'll be fine and we'll make all this go away. And, we'll agree to make this all go away together, right? Mm-hmm. And they chose not even to negotiate on that. This is, of course, the document that led to Emily Baldoni's declaration of war or her advice to declare war or to engage in war or whatever. And so they had the opportunity right there to make it all go away and didn't see the value in that. And where I was going with this is that a lot of people don't remember, or maybe, I don't even know if that's a true statement, but I wonder if a lot of people remember that Blake Lively wrote that letter before she knew about Melissa Nathan, who was engaged at that point. And Brian Friedman was engaged at that point. So before Blake Lively knew about that, she thought that she was getting reputational damage over the behind the scenes dispute with Justin Baldoni that people were stirring about wildly and rumor milling about.
Yeah.
Instead, it was Justin Baldoni who, apparently on the advice of his wife, engaged in war. He wants to know you can bury her.
He wants to know that she can be buried.
No. I remember that differently. I remember it being him specifically saying that you can bury her. I believe that's what it said. I believe that they were like the specific instruction was he wants to know that you can bury her.
What a fucking lunatic, dude. But were there painful things that were spoken into existence that harmed you somehow? I mean, maybe he is being completely forthright about that. He's like using this like obscuring language that passively exempts him from responsibility, right? He doesn't actually use verbs that are attached to him. Passive verbs and not active verbs.
Yeah.
Maybe he is referencing that there were painful things spoken into existence that caused him trauma. But what he's actually talking about is the shit he talked that everybody found out about. Right?
You know what's fucking,
and it harmed his reputation.
You know what's fucking hilarious? Blake and Colleen, according to him, landed him in the hospital with a spine infection. But this fucking multi-fucking-year lawsuit, he was surfing.
Yes.
He was surfing. Like this, which was stress times 10 compared to that moment that he had to be referring to.
No, the moment he was referring to was that he was in the hospital and he missed Book Bonanza.
Right. But there was all the stress around.
But like 4 different lawsuits. Like, he's being sued by his insurance company. He's being sued by somebody else too. Oh, no, maybe that was Wayfair is being sued by a former employee currently.
By the way, he lost nothing. I mean, his career, but aside from his career, which was a self-own, right? Like it's a self-goal. He fucking totally screwed that up. But he like lost nothing. Like he actually gained financially through all of this. Majorly, because the movie was such a big hit and he got paid on it. Steven Sarowitz, on the other hand, is out tens of millions, probably. And that's a reasonable number because if he represented literally every single defendant. He paid for the representation for every single defendant in this case. Did Steven Sarowitz. So Steven Sarowitz was bleeding money while Justin Baldoni only had to pout through it and house shop. This fucking guy was house shopping.
Must be nice.
Yeah. I mean, give me a fucking break, man. These fucking people in their fucking, they don't even know what trauma is, bro. Trauma, my ass. Yeah, self-owned too. It's like trauma has to usually, like, for me, well, I know trauma clinically can happen to anybody for any reason.
Yeah, like I said, like you can pick a fight, get your ass kicked, and that's very traumatic.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
No, he's talking about trauma. Clearly,
I mean, that's what
he's
happened to
implying
him.
that trauma was
I just think
inflicted.
that it's just interesting that it's probably not a coincidence that he is a part of this faith, one of these Abrahamic religions, right?
Yeah.
That is still thriving, where they have their holy place in Israel, and he goes and he visits. And then he also has this like persecution complex.
Yes.
I think that there's something about these like Christianity is like this too. Some sects in Christianity aren't like super into the persecution complex, but there's some part of this like religious.
They all have a cross with a dude nailed to it. So
yes, I know,
it's
but
pretty
like,
much there.
they're always being bullied by everybody else for their faith, and if it's not for their faith, then they'll find out another way to. It's just like their mental framing is so like, I'm constantly being bullied, and like sometimes that's true, right? Like in some countries, I guess you can get bullied for your religion. Certainly this one sometimes, whatever. But like it's just like he's always framing it as if he's the victim. It's such a quick reflex for him, even in situations where he's like in. He said that they felt they wanted to just let the legal process play out, which is hilarious.
The
Coming
justice system.
Yeah, which is hilarious for him. But even then, he feels like he's being.
That also included a frivolous $400 million lawsuit filed by his attorneys.
Yeah, and then he
that's
feels
the justice system playing out according to him.
But in the next breath, he's talking about how he just feels victimized by the whole thing.
Yeah,
like that's you don't do both, bro. You're like, you have high paid lawyers and a whole team and a billionaire who's willing to back, who's defending your studio that you've done I don't know what the fuck for, you know? But like you're safe and totally well defended, and like you still feel like you're being persecuted. Like there's nothing that could happen to Justin Baldoni where he won't feel like he's the victim. And I just feel like, again, like I'm just so sorry
over those fucking damages.
I'm just so sorry for fucking Emily Baldoni to have to live with somebody like that. Like, fucking exhausting.
Well, I have no sympathy for her. I think she's voluntarily engaged here. I don't think that there's anything else going on there. You know, look.
You should have sympathy for her that he's not working and he's at home all the time and she has to deal with his fucking whining.
I'm
being mean now. See, this is why I didn't want to watch the video. This is why I was gonna just like
the guy, like
rise above it.
He's got to be intolerable to live with. Like to just hear him being
just
like,
constantly being victimized all the time.
and just constantly in that tone.
You're like, stand up, bro.
That fucking victim tone.
Yeah. You mocked him, that breathy thing that he does where he just gets all so quiet.
So quiet.
I think he learned that in therapy.
It
does feel a little mean. Like I don't, in any other context in my life, do I ever mock somebody like this? And it feels fucking mean and it's out of character.
I'm kind of mocking
strange.
him right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so strange that that
you're participating
to this behavior. But it's like it's just enough already, dude. Like just move on with your like every other person who has been accused of worse behavior knows how to like silence the rhetoric so that they can then reinvent themselves and move on. Yeah. Like Kevin Spacey's working again. Oh, fucking Louis C.K. has a fucking comedy special again.
I mean, Kevin Spacey's not really working again.
Yeah, but what those guys did is they went away and they shut the fuck up for a few years.
Kevin Spacey did not.
Yeah, he did.
Kevin Spacey did not. Dude, he was making videos during Christmas.
That's true.
No, this guy was a fucking...
Okay, bad example.
He was a whiner, crier the whole time.
Did Louis C.K. go and fuck off and like disappear for a little while and let everybody
No,
forget about it?
he kept doing stand-up.
Okay, that's another bad example.
They don't shut up. They don't go away.
Okay, so Baldoni's...
You know who went away for a while?
He's got the right playbook then, I guess.
And Season Sorry went away for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
He fucking disappeared and then he came back and he was like, hey, I'm funny still.
Yeah. Ugh, it's just
if you like his kind of humor, that is, you know, I mean, he's not bad. He's a funny guy. He's all right. Anyway, kids.
Chat is lively. Blake Lively.
You want to go to the chat?
Yes.
What's going on?
I just said, it's so interesting that this is the level of performance that two professional actors could muster up.
Yeah, you're not kidding. The first thing I thought was, wow, you didn't think that through. You didn't, like, you guys just bought the first take. Like, I'd be like, you know what, this isn't, like, that was so painfully awkward for me to watch. There was nothing, like, I was just like, wow, this is the sort of energy you want in the world.
He was doing the same thing that he did on his podcast, too. When Emily Baldoni talks, he wants to talk over her. But then he made it a whole segment where he was talking about how he recognized that he was starting to talk over people and women mostly. And he wrote about it in his memoir too, where he was like, Emily actually taught him, hey, you interrupt me a lot. And like, you talk over women a lot. And he had to like realize that he does, yes. And he admits it in this. Well, so here in this fucking video, like he
trampled over.
I think he's trying to like herd her a little because she is very comfortable talking. But I think he's trying to restrain what it is she said. I don't know. Maybe he has a better plan than she did. It's very strange. I think it's
I honestly think he wasn't bullied enough when he was younger. It might have given him some self-awareness. It was really funny to say, but
do you think that's true? Do you think that boys benefit from bullying?
No, but I mean, she's being funny, but I think that what she's saying is lined with probably some certainly some things to consider. I think that it's entirely possible that this guy was coddled in a way that just did not help him at all, or protected in some way, or whatever. I mean, maybe it wasn't that way, and I don't know how you end up like Justin Baldoni. Hey, Mercury's in retrograde. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I got a tarot reading, which I'll actually tell you a little bit about. But I got a tarot reading from my tarot reader in the UK, who I love.
You should drop her name because she's really
Gemma.
Great. Gemma? What does she go by?
Her name is Gemma. I'll set up a link.
Do you not know it?
Yeah, she goes by the Soul Files.
The Soul Files? I'm kind of like a peripheral tarot, understander. Like I'm not into tarot.
Deep.
Yes, but like I've heard a bunch of people who get tarot readings in my life, and I think she's the very best. I think she's the very best I've ever heard.
She's very good. I love her very much. I think she's wonderful, and she sent this really inspiring reading today, as a matter of fact, which will lead to another conversation that we'll have a little bit later. Maybe we can have an hour or whatever. But anyway,
let's do it now.
Where was I going to go? I had a totally different fucking thing I was going for.
What was the comment that you read?
At Angela, his behavior is very mockable. It's true. It's hard not to. It's kind of like when you're a comedian and you've got to do, your Donald Trumps and whatever.
A scientist said, disguised as a fight for women is the quote. And a scientist says, F you.
Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking sexist
here's the thing,
pig.
is like she's sticking up for Emily Baldoni too. This is the thing I don't understand about people who
notice
criticize.
how he didn't say any of that though. Notice how it was all Emily dropping that shit.
His entire book
He said
is
the spoken into existence thing, but other than that,
I know his whole book, his whole fucking memoir is about feminism for men. Essentially, I mean, I don't think he labels it that way. But like, he's like, men should be able to have feelings. Well, that's a fucking feminist, like, that's the fucking pillar of feminism, where they're like, stop raising little boys differently than you raise little girls. And maybe we might have people who don't have fucking emotional problems.
Yeah. Or
Or maybe the Baldonis of the world can actually like take criticism and not be fucking weird about it and decide to attack people that criticize them, So it's really fucking rich that they don't recognize how, like, when she speaks like that, she is destroying his brand. You know what I mean?
totally.
Like, see, you guys don't even know what you're fucking talking about. They need to read the books. I haven't read the books, but there's people that read the books and they... Hang on a second. Let me talk to this dog.
Happiness in your life is here. I'm so glad. You got to go talk to a dog?
I gotta go talk to
While Angela talks to a dog, I will speak to you. Let's go into the chat. What does DiCaprio say? Kindly DiCaprio, that is. Oh, I saw your comment about Toby, by the way, Kindly DiCaprio at the World Cup. Yeah, look, this is the curse of my life, dude. I can't escape these motherfuckers. They just will not, I just can't get rid of these dudes. And I mean, I accept it. I'm always going to be exposed to these fucking dudes. But I was watching the game the other day. I guess it was a Brazil game. And yeah, they were there and together. The little love buds that they are.
Love
Little
buds?
sword fighters that they are.
Ooh.
Toby and Leo.
Sword fighting?
Little sword fighters. Little fencers.
Whatever.
Ah, my goodness. But yeah, Toby. Fuck Toby, man. He looks kind of terrible. He's sleeping with a girl that's his daughter's age. It's pretty cool. His daughter's got to feel pretty cool about that. Be like, oh yeah, so interesting.
She probably knows. She's like fucking typical. That's very typical of my fucking dad. That's probably how she. That's probably the relationship.
Yeah, I mean, she's
had.
on the receiving end of his wealth, so we'll see. I mean, she comes from rich. Her grandparents are like, whatever, you know, big boat people. You know, really big boat people. I forget what I was going to say. Well, I will say this thing.
Oh yeah, Delicate said, Emily, you're the one that wanted to go to war. Right. So they're doing all this complaining. Like, you know, another thing about the fucking Art of War book
And then you
that I'm
fucking
constantly
whined about
referencing
Yeah.
is like the reason why the whole book is basically about avoiding war is because there's no sure thing. Like your opponent is well armed too, man. Like,
Because war is the fucking last resort always.
yeah, because you could fucking lose. Like
Yeah.
there's no guarantee. So it's so much smarter to retain your resources, right? Try to work a way around, negotiate something to prevent a war, you know? So
Of course.
stupid.
Yeah.
Absolutely absurd. I would never once advise you to go to war because there's no guarantee you
The
win.
fucking last resort always.
So stupid.
I mean, like I said, you know, they had on a silver platter, this whole thing would have never happened. Never happened.
Nobody
This
would
guy-
even know their names.
Or like it would have just come and gone, right? Like, because there was already the buzz about it. Then the movie comes and then it just comes and goes, right? It just goes away. You know, we've heard time and again different kinds of rumors of things breaking out on a set or whatever that never make it to sort of, you know, that never end up being sustained in pop culture, you know, or, you know.
Ooh, this is interesting. A Scientist says, Emily knows exactly what Justin Baldoni is like, and she also has got to be aware of what happens to the reputations of ex-wives of Melissa Nathan's clients.
Oh,
Do you think she's fucking trapped?
Well, I do think she's trapped. Yeah, I think she's trapped even if those things aren't obvious to her. Like, I think she's trapped to the extent that she's like, hey, dude. I mean,
But he's obviously vindictive.
he's got.
What do you do with a guy like that?
He's winning the money. He comes from money. You know, he's the father of her kids, and yeah, she could get, you know, fucking whatever, a bunch of money from you know, child support and all this other stuff. But who wants that mess when she can just live the life she's living? You know what I mean?
Kiki Kill is with us.
He's got abs too. I don't know if you've seen his abs, but he has like 6 of them.
Probably 8.
He has like 8 abs,
I mean, that's what you get for surfing.
and he's got he's got abs, and he's got
Are you jealous?
yeah. I take a set of those.
I have never had abs. I have tried. There was a time in my life where I was constantly in the fucking gym and my body just refuses to make abs. The best I got was that line that goes down the middle, and it was like, that wasn't even defined. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, when I was in CrossFit, I got abs. In fact, I remember the day it happened.
What do you mean?
I was in CrossFit because when I showed up CrossFit, I was like pudgy. Like I just showed up and I was like, oh, doughy. And they were like, yeah, you're just what we're looking for.
Yeah.
You're the kind of guy who has to keep coming back if he wants anything. So I started all fucking doughy, and then I you know, jumped in the CrossFit world. I loved it, and I worked hard, real fucking hard. And then I remember, you know, CrossFit Hollywood, love the place, highly recommend it. Andy, who is the owner, is just one of the great human beings. He's just one of the great human beings. I love him so much. I miss him on a regular basis. He doesn't even know this, but I do. I miss him always. Andy, one day he comes in, he goes, holy shit, Dale's got abs. It just had like, we're sitting, like I was like in the middle, like doing whatever, like mad amount of sit-ups or whatever.
Yeah.
And he just like right in the middle of the class, he just stopped what he was doing. He's like, holy shit, Dale's got abs. Because I showed up with one big round belly. And
I had a moment like that. It was like we were doing, what is that, King of the Hill or something? And where you just like, I was in jiu-jitsu class and you're supposed to like, you just get called off the wall to like grapple, and then whoever is like the surviving, like the best
yeah,
grappler
you
or whatever.
keep grappling until whoever
Yeah.
wins holds the court.
Right. So we were doing a bunch of rounds of that, and but the rule was that if you were too exhausted and you didn't want to grapple, then you had to wall sit. You know what I mean? Like where you just basically like put your back against the wall,
Yeah.
but you're in a seated
There's no
position
chair.
with no chair.
Yeah.
And I
It
remember,
burns.
yeah, but I did it effortlessly, and I don't know why until but I was exhausted, and I was like, I'm gonna like have a heart attack if I keep.
Wall sit, no problem, all day.
Because the thing of the King of the Hill is that you're grappling people who already won. So like these guys are fucking monsters. And so I was not winning. And so so I just wanted to opt out. So I was wall sitting, and then the instructor was like, Angela, it's fine, because he's like, I know you're terrible. He's like, you don't have to keep wall sitting. And I looked at, I was like, oh, I didn't even notice that I was. So I guess the best thing that I managed to do in like the 5 years that I took jujitsu was like get amazing quads.
Yeah, you were burning. You were burning quads.
I didn't even notice though. It was like effortless. But that was my equivalent of like, oh shit, you got abs.
Justin Baldoni is pretty, but in a scary way. Like he looks to me like he's too pretty and pointy to me.
Who said that?
Kylie DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah.
I like the pointy. There's something about pointy faces that like kind of throws you off. You know who's got a really pointy face is the guy from and I should know his name because I've watched him forever, but the guy from Severance.
Oh, Adam Scott.
Adam Scott's got a pointy face. He's got a very pointy face. Almost like the mask from V for Vendetta or whatever.
Oh yeah.
The pointy face mask.
You have kind of a pointy face.
Me?
You don't
No.
think so?
What the fuck? No. What do you mean I got a pointy face? Look how round this nose is. It's so round. You think it's because it's big that it's pointy, because
Yeah.
like when I turn, it's like it's as if I'm saying, look that way. Traffic goes that way.
Like when somebody's carrying a
Traffic
2x4
goes that
and they
way.
turn around real fast.
Traffic goes that way. Stop. I don't have a pointy. Kylie DiCaprio, do I have a pointy face? Set this woman straight, will
Guess
you?
I struck a fucking nerve. Jeez.
Yeah, because I don't find them very attractive.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have
There,
a
I
pointy
said
face.
it. I don't think Adam Scott's very attractive.
Oh.
His mouth is
He's
kind
going
of
to be
too small.
very sad to hear this episode.
Listen.
He'll be very
Let me
upset.
tell you. Let me just pat it then. I think he's a great actor. I think he's a great actor. I think he's a fun, like real, devoted, like puts it all out in every performance he gives. I think he's a damn fine actor. And I've liked him all the way back from when he was doing that catering show. Even before that, but the catering show was like when I was like, this guy, huh? This fucking guy. So I would hire him.
Kiki Kill is with us. Said, did you choose not to have a voice like you said at the start, or did you not have a voice? Make up your mind.
Who are we talking about?
I think the Baldonis.
Oh,
Like they were like that. They've held their tongue. They have so much to say,
yeah.
but they
there's so
haven't
much to
been
say.
speaking.
There's so much to say.
Yeah, because you've been writing constantly text messages to your PR people, and they assured you that it was all going to be kept silent, that there was going to be no fingerprints, right? That it's totally untraceable. That's why he thinks that he has been silent this whole time. He has
Yeah.
absolutely the fuck not been silent.
Right.
We have evidence of him not being the fuck silent.
Dude,
They're like, Brian Friedman is constantly speaking for him on his behalf. He's got Melissa
the only
Nathan
side
constantly.
that was talking to the public was the Baldoni side. And if he wants to pretend that he gets to sit behind, like this is the guy who this is what he does. Like his MO is that he fucking hides behind everybody. He hid behind Steven Sarowitz. Oh, it was Steven Sarowitz who said that shit,
Yeah,
not
right.
me. Steven Sarowitz who did that shit. I was just, reiterating
he's so scapegoaty.
he's a scapegoat.
Like,
He's
you're
a
not going to take any
scapegoater.
responsibility for your part in that. You're just going to say Steve did it all. That's so fucking
Yeah, he's a fucking
dirty,
scapegoater,
bro.
man.
Delicate said, "Forever in his wound."
I love that.
What is it? I have to learn more about this.
Is
Like,
that a lyric? Because I love it.
no, it's what they fucking say in therapy speak. I have to figure out what this is. It's
I'm
like,
forever in my wound.
you know how like, have you ever had a yoga teacher that just like talks that language?
Well, what are we talking about? I did yoga for years.
I don't mean like they didn't talk. I don't mean that they're talking in like yogi language,
You know, like, yeah, right.
like from India.
Like Hindi.
Well, yeah. Is it Hindi? I'm really ignorant about any of this. What I mean is that you go to a yoga teacher and they're like, sunshine and moonbeams, and like you have to.
Oh, those are the worst ones, though.
Or
Like-
people that say in his wound or something.
Yeah.
It's like therapy speak, but it's been like.
It sounds like an 18th century inoculation.
Are we going to talk about 18th century inoculations?
Hey, we're watching.
Because we can.
Look, there's not much time left.
That's so weird that you mentioned that, because I saved a whole I went and I looked at 18th century inoculations,
Yeah.
and I was like, I guess I'll bring it up on the live, but you just randomly
I had
brought
no
it
idea
up.
why I did that. Hey, but let me tell you something just before you go on. The reason it comes to mind is because we're watching the Revolution, the Ken Burns Revolution series that's
The
available for free.
Revolutionary War is the documentary
It's called
series, yeah.
Revolutionary War. Ken Burns, and among other directors, but he's obviously the big head honcho. The star-studded narrators list goes on forever and forever and forever. It's just one major like actor after another doing the narration. It's fucking great. Like, I love this series. We only have 2 episodes left. There are 6 episodes, 2 hours a pop. Highly recommended
Bro,
if you like
it's
American
riveting.
history.
It's riveting.
It's fucking riveting. And it also shows you that America's in the same state of corruption today that it was in 1776.
yeah, so I went and
It's just no different. There's no difference. America has been this way the whole time. We've all just like either forgot it or they propagandized out of it. But America has been this way exactly. I mean, the same shit. They're saying the same shit. They were like making up shit about babies and eating babies, like about the other side eating babies, and just the same fucking shit that they're doing today. The same tactics. It's as if
and also
the propagandists are
another
like
thing
they
too.
gather around. They're like, we already made them believe it once. We can make them believe it again.
The English side.
Fascinating fucking piece, though. Highly recommend
The
it.
English side of the Revolutionary War started to scaremonger the like savage natives that
Yeah.
were already working with the colonists.
Yeah.
So they started to like scare people about them too.
Yeah.
So it's again in American history, it's like one side is weaponizing the brown disenfranchised people
Yeah.
to turn the other side against them. You know, like it never fucking changes.
I just can't even believe it. It's the most amazing thing. Like, it's just carbon copy.
But this part,
country has not changed.
this part was amazing. I went and looked up. I didn't realize that smallpox figured so prominently that if they hadn't discovered how to inoculate their
was an
soldiers
epidemic.
from smallpox, there's no way that the Americans would have won the revolution. No way in hell.
No, they were dying.
They were all dying. They were super fucking sick, and all of the warriors from the UK already were inoculated.
Yeah.
So it was only going to decimate the colonizers.
No, it was
the colonies.
Exactly.
So anyway, so I went and I looked this up. I was like, I didn't realize that it figured so heavily. And it was basically like what made the difference. But they, did you know, let me just tell you, the way that they did vaccines for smallpox,
Yeah.
this was in the 1700s.
Yeah. Late 18th century.
Yeah, the mid 1700s where they discovered how to do this. Smallpox originated in northern Africa. And what they learned was that if they cut open a smallpox like pustule, you know, like one
Yes.
of their fucking weird
It's
boils.
the worst word, isn't
Disgusting.
it? Pustule. It's like it's a band name. The Pustules.
Yeah, it's a metal band for sure.
Totally, right? The Pustules. It's got to be punk, I think.
Yeah, you can see the script on the shirt already, on the black
The
shirt.
Pustules.
What they did was they would cut open one of those of an infected person. They'd scoop out some of the pus.
Yeah.
And then they would cut open the person who has not been infected yet,
Ah!
and they would just like shove it in there. Absolutely horrible. And so you can imagine everybody was like super freaked out about this, and they were like, so they started to make up, completely invented, make up and fearmonger
Yes.
about the vaccines. So the vaccines were the only thing. So what happened was, is if you got inoculated in this way, you would get smallpox, obviously, because
Yeah.
that's how inoculations work.
But it was like a super
But it
minor
was
dose.
really mild.
Yeah.
You would just be sick and you would get better.
Right.
And it was like the survival rate. I saved this. Hang on a second. Let me see this. I can't find this percentage, but it was like, oh, okay, here. The estimated fatality rate of those who naturally contracted smallpox was 14%. And you would be super fucking sick if you survived.
Holy shit.
Okay? 14% fatality rate.
Yeah.
But the fatality rate of the inoculated was only 2%.
Yeah.
Incredible survival rate. Okay. And so, but people started to scaremonger because they thought, whatever, they just decided that the vaccines would kill you.
Again.
I know.
Again.
I read that and I was like, America has never changed.
Dude, somebody, I guess it was like a
unbelievable.
doctor or whatever, was lying about the vaccinations of the children that she was seeing. This doctor, she got sentenced.
Oh, current, not in
Yeah,
Revolutionary
currently.
War.
Yeah, currently they're like, well, just like the madness around vaccines.
Yes.
There's this woman.
There's a pediatrician who's like,
a pediatrician.
yeah,
who-
she's going to be sentenced
she got sentenced. Yeah, she got double digits. She got like 14 years or some shit.
for lying on vaccine forms.
Lying on vaccine forms and telling their parents Their kids were.
I mean, that
can you
is
imagine
not.
putting your kid? Oh, you got chicken pox.
Well,
Oh,
that is not a victimless crime because kids will fucking die from measles.
Well,
Like you
I mean,
can't not.
she's doing
you
double-digit
can't
time.
fucking skip that shit. Amazing.
I think.
Anyway, I was like, oh, so since the beginning of America, we have been doing this dumb
Oh no,
shit.
no! She didn't get time. You know what she got? She got $500,000 in penalties.
Oh wow, that's hard. That's
Yeah,
hard to do.
so she's probably covered by insurance for that. I got that wrong.
Anyway, the person who is responsible
Yes.
for bringing this inoculation method to the Americas,
Yeah.
Reverend Cotton Mather.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. This is the part. Colonial Boston had faced many smallpox outbreaks throughout the 1700s. Very severe ones. There were 4 really severe ones all the way until 1775. During the 1721 outbreak in Boston, Reverend Cotton Mather, he was an influential Puritan minister and notable participant in the Salem witch trials. Okay?
Oh.
He learned of the process of inoculation from Onesimus, a Western African whom he had enslaved.
What? That's
So one of
wild.
his slaves from Western Africa
said,
was
we have a thing we
was
do.
like, yo, bro, I actually know what to do about this. Like, you guys want to like not die? And he taught him. And so now forevermore, Cotton Mather is the person who is
attributed. Or,
yes, who's like praised for having solved the smallpox problem in the Americas. When obviously it was his fucking slave that did it.
That's so wild. It's so crazy. Not that this slave was looking for any recognition anyway, but
So Cotton
was
Mather,
looking for freedom.
he convinced Dr. Zabdiel Boylston, which is this totally bonkers name, and he was a Boston medical doctor, to begin inoculations in Boston to prevent further spread of the disease. And that is why the Americans won the fucking revolution. Isn't that crazy? Little history lesson. Because we talk about whatever the hell on here.
so that inoculation that you were talking about, how it's so fucking. But they did a great job on the John Adams series. If you haven't seen the John Adams series, which is based on the
Oh yeah, Paul
Prize
Giamatti
winner.
is so wonderful.
It's the Pulitzer Prize winner. What's his name? We have one of his books on the Wright brothers.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Oh God, he's a Pulitzer Prize winner. He's a fucking amazing historian. He just died like a couple years ago or whatever. Anyway, that dude wrote the book on which the HBO series is based, and it is fucking amazing. All right,
David McCullough.
David McCullough, yeah, outstanding Pulitzer Prize winning writer.
I was like, I'm kind of into history now. I wish I was never into history before, and I really feel like all the history classes that I ever was stuck in were wasted in my youth.
Yeah,
Because now I'm really into it, and I didn't realize.
I like Brussels sprouts. You know what I mean? And when I was a kid, like I like them. I'm like, give me some more Brussels sprouts.
But I didn't realize. Like, I opened a David McCullough book. I think it was on the Revolutionary War, whatever. And I couldn't believe how fucking gripping it was immediately. Like, the guy is extremely gifted. I was like, this is like a high stakes fucking thriller novel, and it's just a nonfiction history book. Really neat.
Very funny. I'm sorry I didn't hook up your monitor today, because I'm going to put another thing on the screen eventually, and you're not going to see it.
I don't care.
Yeah, well, I'm just apologizing. So take it or leave it. So
Anyway, we've always been weird about vaccines. That's the moral of the story.
we have always been weird about everything.
Yeah.
This country has been weird about everything from the beginning.
Really paranoid and like.
For some reason, they want to characterize the other side, the opposition of whatever they're for, as baby killer, pedophile, like some kind of baby thing. Like they were doing it back then, and they do it today, obviously. You know that whole like what was that crazy QAnon? The whole QAnon thing was all about these
Eating babies.
and they had Tom Hanks and all these people in these like weird cults that
Oh yeah, like
are fucking killing and having
adrenochrome
molesting
conspiracies.
kids and what?
Adrenochrome conspiracies.
I don't know what that is.
The conspiracy is that they would take a child and they'd make them extremely fearful, and then that would make them release adrenaline, and then that would be good for these like vampire victimizer whatevers.
It's like
So they would like harvest. I don't know how this goes. I don't care either, but because it's bullshit. But but then they would like harvest their adrenal glands with all of this adrenaline, and it would like give them eternal youth or something.
hot dog.
That's the conspiracy theory's explanation for why all these celebrities always look really young. Like they'll show before and after pictures of Joe Biden, and he does look very different. But it's so very obvious that he's a guy that just got a facelift, because the before pictures are he has bags under his eyes and he has like jowly, and then the after pictures, like those are all tucked. Like that's all that happened. But they've convinced themselves that what he did was he ate like baby adrenal glands or something. Like,
well, they work and they're tasty.
Who knows, man?
Put them on hot dogs. Listen, I'll say that there's also the super rich guys who are getting their sons' bloods
Oh yeah, there's that one guy who's like
because it's more than one guy.
He's made himself a project. Did you know the newest news about that guy?
Like basically drinking the blood of your children.
The newest news about that guy is he's spending millions of dollars trying to make himself immortal.
Yeah.
But he just found out that he has a autoimmune disease. he has autoimmune gastritis. He said his stomach lining is eating itself.
I think that's what's happening to me.
But he might because he's got more money than he knows what to do with. Maybe he'll fix it. He just diagnosed his girlfriend with endometriosis, which is amazing because there's not enough research for that, and everyone is like, yes, now he's gonna he's gonna
get busy,
put a billionaire funds to solve
find the truth.
I have another story I brought today. I don't know if we're still talking.
Connie DiCaprio said that Toby ruined Leo and she'll never forgive him for it. I do think that Toby played a big role in what I believe to be, the disappointment of Leonardo, the disappointing aspects of Leonardo DiCaprio. I think in large part are about the people with whom he chose to, be best buds.
How do you think that happened?
Well, well, first of all, I wouldn't put it past him that they've got secrets that he's afraid of.
Oh, yeah, I know. But what's the effect that you're describing? Because DiCaprio's always just had an awesome career, right? So
yeah, but I'm talking about his career. I'm talking about the way he treats people. I don't know. Actually, the truth is, I don't know. That's the truth. I don't know. What else we got? Oh, man. There's some Taylor stuff going on here. What do we got? The amount of humiliation she has accepted from Baldoni and her bros is insane.
You know what I mean?
This is Emily, right?
Yeah. It's just so frustrating because she's obviously very smart, capable. I'm irritated for her that she quit acting in order to parent his kids when he just apparently doesn't have any interest in it.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't do anything crazy good in terms of range and depth of character.
She's a great actor. We saw a movie that she was in.
Great actor is the strong word for me.
You didn't think she did great?
I thought she did a good job. I think she was a good actor. I think she was a fully serviceable actor. I don't know if what she had in her, because I don't think the role that she played was necessarily one that would put her entire scope of talent on display. But what she did, she held it down with Nick Brennan.
I just can't believe that Steve Sarowitz treated her like such shit. I can't believe it. And then it's on camera.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
So weird.
What else we got? We got everyone is being hush-hush about the wedding, especially with guests. I'm going to laugh if it turns out that Blake and Ryan went undetected.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about this last night, where maybe they just wore disguises.
Apparently Beyonce and LeBron were there and nobody saw them.
So they just wore disguises.
And he's fucking tall.
All you have to do is just dress up like an executive.
How do you miss the 7-foot guy?
Right. Also,
what do you get in a short suit? Average guy suit? I'm just in my average guy suit. Nobody will notice me. Speaking of Beyonce, I'm going to put this up for you guys because I thought this was so hilarious. This was on my Reddit feed today. Check this out.
Speaking of Beyonce.
So this is this is called the ultimate dad flex. And this kid's father said, "Oh yeah, they were talking about Beyonce. She was talking with her friends about Beyonce or something." And he was like, "I used to date her." And they're like, "Whatever." And then he brought those out. You can't see them, but they're pictures of that's him. That's her dad. That's with his girlfriend Beyonce. Isn't that hilarious? My dad dated Beyonce in high school and just pulled these pictures out when he heard us talking about her Coachella performance. What is happening in all caps? She's like, yeah, that's me.
That's amazing.
That dude hit it right there. That's him. He's got stories.
Hit it, Dale. Maybe he didn't.
Maybe he did. Can't we have fun? Can't we just have fun? Speaking of Beyonce. Isn't that fucking funny?
I don't think I have any pictures of any of my exes.
I do not. I don't have a single one.
It's not like I burned them or
I
anything.
remember
It's
what they
just-
look like.
It's not like I ritually destroyed them or anything.
I don't even pictures of myself. Somebody posted this in Reddit today. Somebody was like, "Why is it that like men don't have they don't have pictures of themselves unless they're like married or with somebody who takes pictures of them?
This is true.
We just don't take pictures of ourselves. We just don't. I don't. I mean, that's true. I know I have friends who fucking selfie or whatever, but I don't. I never have. I never will. I got this picture from RD. I was like, fuck, I didn't have any pictures, and then RD, like out of the blue, he sent me all these old pictures of us.
I know it's impossible. Like
And I was like, I just happen to need that. Actually.
we're building a website, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to get fucking professional pictures taken. Like that's
I'm a
so
professional.
impersonal. No, I know, but like,
I'll light you
I
up.
couldn't find like a decent picture for a fucking website.
I'll get you a nice vanity
It's
light.
also like, who gives a fuck what you look like? Like, I just feel like the whole thing, like, oh, look, you got to put a picture of yourself on your website. It seems stupid.
My ex was a big executive producer. He was sued for sexual harassment, and I believed every lie he told me about his accuser until I could see the forest for the trees.
See, you know what I mean? It's like,
I'm sorry you went through that, first of all.
yeah, that's terrible
that's
to be
fucking
to be
terrible.
manipulated like that on top of the crisis. Like
Yeah.
obviously it's a crisis, but then to have somebody lie to you
Wow.
when like the crisis is exposed, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's hardcore. But of course you do, and this is the thing. I like what you're pointing out here, and this is by Concerned Citizen, by the way.
But the thing is
but I
that-
like what she's pointing out here because what she's pointing out here is that it's the old Tammy Wynette song "Stand by Your Man." Like I mean, different that song
Yes.
has a different story, but
Right.
But the sentiment of "Stand by Your Man," you're going to stand by me. Like you said, you would stand by me unless there was irrefutable proof. The problem with Emily is, and this is where you're talking about, you're coming to like
Yes.
Jesus moment with like, hey,
there's-
this fucking guy did these
There's
things.
so much evidence, and the
Yeah,
judge ruled on
exactly.
that evidence.
And they admitted it anyway when
Yes.
they signed.
I know.
When they instructed the jury that her claims were in good faith. He literally says in his church chat or whatever it is, his men group,
Yeah.
his man's group, his whatever they are, his fucking sword fighting club, that
Well, dudes can have friends. I mean, you're not like dragging him for having guy friends.
I'm just saying they
His little church club is really strange. That in those text messages that
yeah,
were shared.
well, it's just weird because
But
it's
he
just-
said what to them?
she obviously thinks I
That I
harassed
made,
her.
Yeah,
that I sexually harassed her,
and that I made it unsafe, is what he said.
and that I made it unsafe.
So you
So
understand?
he fucking knew.
Yeah, he
And
understands.
then he later said, hey, everything she said was in good faith, in writing to the court. Would have been instructed, by the court to the
This
jury.
is why I thought maybe before I saw this fucking bullshit video, which is like it's so strange, for her to be taking this stance publicly.
Yeah.
But before then, I was like, okay, well, she knows that her husband's a dirtbag, but she's got 2 kids with him, and he's filthy fucking rich, and will continue to be filthy rich because this billionaire absolutely
He's also
adores
going to
him.
inherit like a shit ton of money.
Yes,
He's the
I know.
only child.
So here's the thing. I was like, oh, it's a fucking calculation. She's like, well, if I try to divorce him, he's going to destroy me like he destroys everybody else.
Right.
I'm probably in a better
Well, that's
position.
a good point. I never
I'm
thought
probably
of
in a
that.
better, because he's so vindictive.
He is.
He's so fucking, if he gets hurt, he lashes out. This is what we know about Baldoni. So I was like, okay, well, she's probably just made a calculation where she's like,
And
whatever.
he'll spend the money, or
I'm
I'll
just
find
gonna-
somebody will.
Yeah, or like wait till he's like brought down a notch where he doesn't have access to all of this fucking hate machine, and then she'll leave him. But evidently that's not the situation at all, and she's like
No,
completely
she's-
on board
It's stand by your man.
and not curious enough. Like she's saying some things that you only say if you're really sure, but she can't be sure because it's all she's got bad information. Everything she thinks about that's happening is not true. It's very strange. I just need people to be critical thinkers. That's all I want in the world. Little Black Cat says that Baldoni is going to go on the speech circuit.
Yeah, I think you're right. But so there's a circuit for falsely accused men. Who are they talking to?
Churches.
Prisoners?
They go to churches.
Oh, they go to churches?
Well, you know when he had that.
Because the church is filled with fucking falsely accused people. Let's get
I know,
real.
but so he. This is true. That's probably true. That's where you find him.
Yeah. Wasn't Jesus falsely accused?
Yes, that's also true. When he did his roundtable about whatever it was Me Too roundtable for the Man Enough podcast.
Yeah, where they sat around and had really delicious food and talked
Yeah.
about rape. It's like, anyway, about raping women. Oh, this is good. Have you tried this? This is so good. This is the pork rib. I think you're going to really love it.
They're just
I'll feed it to you. Don't
every
worry
day of
about
their life. They're terrorized. Anyway, you're gonna eat that.
it. Yeah. You got to feel bad for the way that women get raped. Can I have some of that creme brulee? Thanks.
Yeah.
That's really good. I love the crust.
Really fucking weird. Anyway, what I was saying that for was that several of the people in the round table were these guys who do these circuits where they talk about, Man Enough topics.
Yeah.
And that's like their whole thing. They write a book and then they go and do the speech circuit. That's what you're supposed to do. You wrote a book. Now you're supposed to you're supposed to
Movie stars are bad. They beat you down like you're a dog and you're not.
and so you get asked to go and talk to all these churches because churches can't possibly fill the time.
Yeah.
It's like when school, at school would put you in the auditorium and just have like whoever talk to you.
Yeah, but I
about-
just can't imagine like what church except high faith churches, and there's only a limited number of those, and they don't actually have churches.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll fucking branch out. Who's paying is really what you got to ask.
It was painful to watch him.
A scientist said the amount of humiliation she has accepted from Baldoni and his bros is insane.
I just couldn't agree more. Delicate, who is very deeply enmeshed in the wedding talk.
Yeah.
They're following Taylor Swift everywhere. I saw pictures of like they're following her, bro. This is like, you know what I mean? Like
I saw that.
people look at famous people like, oh, what a life and all this other stuff. I gotta tell you, man, like I wouldn't want what she does. Like, so they're getting on a plane and they have all these bros holding up all these black umbrellas, to hide her and Travis because they're about to fly somewhere,
Yeah.
And then and people aren't gonna leave. They're like, oh, more. What are you doing, dude? She's just moving her legs like a fucking human does.
I know. I saw a headline that Taylor Swift is in LA, and I'm like, so is every fucking
Yeah, it was the
celebrity.
Burbank Airport. That's right, it was.
Every fucking celebrity is in LA. What
LA,
are you
yeah,
fucking
that's
talking
news.
about?
Oh, yeah, she was probably visiting half her friends. I don't know if you heard, but Adam Sandler,
Right.
what do they call that? Officiated. Fucking Adam Sandler. He turned me down when I asked. You
asked him?
Yeah.
To officiate us?
Yeah. Hey, Adam Sandler.
I would be like, I really liked you in Punch Drunk Love, but the rest of them,
I don't know, that one where he was like, I didn't really like the movie as much as
which one?
others did. The one where he plays the what is he, a pawn? What is he?
He's a jeweler.
Jeweler. He's a jeweler.
Yeah, that was an anxiety-inducing movie. He did pretty good. Not like Punch Drunk Love though. That's his best. IMO. And you can tell him that. You can tell him I said that.
A little black cat called Emily a trad wife. But she is.
Concerned Citizen
Or maybe
said,
she was just like, because you called her a trad wife too.
a trad wife, yeah.
A trad wife. She is a trad wife.
Concerned
more
Citizen.
or less.
Concerned Citizen is Austin?
Yes.
A golden cage, that's a real thing.
What does that mean exactly?
The gilded
Oh,
cage
yeah,
is
like a
where
golden- yeah, of course.
where you're like
Yeah.
you're trapped
Yeah.
in a marriage, but
Yeah.
you're staying because you have all these things.
Yeah,
'Cause
it was what
your
Gautama broke out of, right? Like
Who?
the Buddha, Siddhartha.
Yes.
He got out of there, right? He was like,
Yeah, he was
oh fuck, I've been living in a gilded cage. Look at these people are fornicating in the streets. This is awesome.
Usually the gilded cage means that you're being prevented from living the life that you're supposed to be leading.
Oh yeah.
They say
You're just basically captured, right? Like you're
yeah, like
you're
you see
a
these people
captor.
that like stay
Captive.
in marriages of convenience when they aren't in love and they're not happy, but they
Yeah.
stay because
These are most marriages, believe it or not.
you're right, because it would be a big step down if they left.
Yeah.
Damn, that's rough. You'll never know what that's like.
Being,
You'll never know what a gilded cage is like.
no, I've never had one of those.
Sorry.
I'm a dungeon kind of guy.
We're in a very comfy dungeon is
I
what
like-
we are.
I like the smell of dank, fucking mold.
I'm sorry I can't give you the gilded cage that you deserve.
It bothers me some days. It's honestly impressive just how much his language is stereotypical abuser rapist. It really is. Like I agree with you. I think that he. Well, you were saying this, Angela, that
I have to
there's
learn
something
about
so
this.
therapeutic about it.
Yeah, it's like people reference it all the time online where they're like, "Oh my god, this therapy speak," where you just reduce it to these terms. They ultimately become meaningless, and they hear them from therapy or they read books about therapy.
Yeah.
And so they start to talk like this so that they can.
They read fucking Instagram posts that are like.
They call it bypassing, where like you just sort of couch everything in this therapy speak so that you can signal to other people that you are working on it. But he's such a fucking head case that he's clearly not working on it.
It's funny because like in the self-help world, I don't know who coined fake it till you make it, but it's kind of like a problem, like it's become a problem. Because people take it way too far. Like the idea of faking it till you make it.
Yeah, like
is
Baldoni.
supposed to be.
When he did his fucking TED Talk.
The idea is right. He's a great example.
And he admits it.
'Cause
He was like,
because
I was not qualified.
he says it on the stage.
Yes.
He said, when they asked me to be a part of it, I was like, why would I do that? I don't even know what I'm talking about.
He's just been like failing up the whole time ever since.
Telling you, this guy, bro, he blew
Mm-hmm.
the golden path to everything. He just fucking blew it. What an idiot.
I know.
Seriously.
Well, I think he's fucking damaged, dude. Like there's no, and the reason why I say that, I'm not just being judgmental, but it's like when you start to see, actually, you're in a position of leadership
Yeah.
and you see problems and you don't deal with them like a fucking mature adult. And instead you see them as attacks against you or something to fight and do battle with.
Yeah.
That's just you're going to fail every fucking time. Like,
You are.
I don't understand why he can't see. And still, even with this video, this is what's so astounding about this is like, even still, it's like, dude, the position you're in, if you're uncomfortable, is the result of your prior bad choices. Like, start making better choices. Like, when are you going to learn? Like all those lawsuits before the Blake Lively lawsuit, he had all these lawsuits and he never once changed his behavior.
But he's a victim. Like he's not going to change his victim because he's not going to change his behavior
that's
because
what I
he's the
mean.
victim.
Yeah.
Why would he change his behavior if he's not the one doing
That's why
anything wrong?
he's a fucking head case, and
Yeah.
he's just never going to get any better.
This is it. This is why there cannot be change.
I would
You can't
never
change
I would
something
never
you don't
anchor
think is-
myself to somebody like that. He's just going to keep making problems. Ugh. And he had the opportunity to just be like, well, it's over, guys. Let me tell you about my next project.
Right.
And he didn't.
Because,
he's like, there's so much to say. Maybe don't. Maybe just
They
fucking
said
move
that
on
like
with your
3
life.
times in the video. They
I
were
know.
like, there's so much to say. There's so much to say.
Talk to your friends about
and
it.
we're not going to say it all in just this video.
Like, why are you doing that publicly? Just move on with your life. That's what a normal person would fucking do after a huge crisis. And
that, I mean, you keep saying he
reputational
lost
damage.
the lawsuit. He didn't. He won. I mean, he ultimately won. I mean, he was the guy on the
He's
hook.
the guy who has to pay $80 million.
8. Easy there.
8.
Well,
whatever.
we don't know. The judge hasn't ruled.
Okay, he's the guy who has to pay $8 million. Potentially.
We don't know.
Potentially. She didn't have to pay him anything. So I don't know. I call that a loser. I mean,
Justin Baldoni is pretty,
Kindly DiCaprio said, "You are so fine in Don's plan."
oh, yeah. What do they call it? Soft fat?
That's why I put a ring on it.
What do they call it? Soft fat? I'm a good
Oh,
looking
you
guy.
said skinny
You have a
fat?
pointy face. Calling me pointy face.
You're saying skinny fat is what you're
Yeah, I was
calling
skinny fat. I was
yourself?
skinny fat. I was like in my worst shape. Like, well, I'm in my worst shape now because I've been battling all this fucking autoimmune disorder in my guts or some shit. But like my guts are like they don't tolerate anything. I eat like ice cream. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I figured out that
It's good for you, though.
my migraines. You guys remember I was going through all these migraines, and I still get bad headaches. But my migraines have tempered down. And I think it's, well, I don't think, I know now.
Soy sauce.
It was soy sauce, this whole soy sauce. I was eating a lot of Chinese food that I was making. It was so good. And it was like dairy free and really delicious and healthy, like ridiculous.
Lots of ginger and garlic.
Oh, ginger, garlic,
So
and
good.
greens. And oh man, we were just feasting on it. And
Soy sauce
fucking
poison.
Soy sauce poisoned me.
So weird.
There's always
So
something not
annoying.
good for you and things that are good for you. It's just like all you're supposed to eat is steamed vegetables with nothing else on it, no salt. Don't have any salt. Just eat that fucking plain. Like, I'm not cattle. I mean, no offense to cattle. I love cattle. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going. Oh, right. Because, well, that's nice of you to say.
Oh, Concerned Citizen says it's called vulnerable narcissism.
Yeah, that's right.
What he is
I read about
displaying when he's displaying the constant martyr victimhood.
I have read this. I even read this.
There are narcissists or grandiose or malignant or vulnerable or covert or communal.
Yeah.
Mother Teresa was a communal narcissist.
Yes. This is true.
This is incredible. I'm going to look into this.
Vulnerable narcissism, also known as covet narcissism.
Covetous narcissism.
Well, this says covet, so you can mess with me. It's a
sorry,
subtype of narcissistic personality disorder, unlike grandiose narcissism, which displays bold arrogance. So this is Donald Trump. Bold arrogance, vulnerable narcissists mask their entitlement with deep insecurity.
Yes.
Hypersensitivity to criticism
That's what he does.
and chronic victim mentality. They tend to cope with feelings of inadequacy through passive-aggressive behavior, emotional withdrawal, and a constant need for reassurance.
See, now I feel bad for him because that sounds absolutely horrible to live with.
Yeah, no, I know. I shouldn't mock it because
that sounds
it's
like
a disorder.
like a major fucking disability. Can you imagine?
Being trapped in that?
Living your entire life with that mindset?
I didn't have the narcissism disorder, but I was so I'm not a narcissist, but I had my depression and how deeply like rooted I was in my prior trauma, particularly with DiCaprio and Maguire. It was like that, it just felt like like there are parts of it. I mean, obviously, I'm not. No,
but depression will do that for sure. Where you're like, you stub your toe and you're like, why is everything bad happening to me?
It was like that exactly. It was
why is the universe
I hit my head and I was like, just fucking kill me,
Why is that so funny?
And then I I got out of the depression, and then I got to see all that happen. Like I got to see that retrospectively. Like I was able to look back and be like, holy fuck! Like there were a lot of times, a high percentage amount of times, where things weren't going well for you in silly ways.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like you need 4 eggs. You only have 4 eggs. The first one you cracked was bad.
Oh yeah, I know, and it's a cascade.
It's just
all of it falls down.
Absolute catastrophe.
This is what I think happens to people.
Everything gets ruined for me. I'm never meant to have anything. Not even 4. I can't even have 4 fucking eggs when I want them.
I think this is what happens to people who road rage. I think that they're in this depression cycle where they get cut off by a driver, and instead of being like, oh, I guess that person is like rushing home to take a dump or something, like doesn't have anything to do with me. Instead, they take it personally. Yeah. Right? It's like an offense on them.
And one similarity between
and then they have to go and correct that behavior, and they're like obsessed with it.
And one similarity between narcissism and depression might be, I don't know this, I'm no clinician or mind in this respect, but from my own experience, one similarity might be that I think both narcissists and people who are suffering from deep levels of depression might have an, sort of like an, almost like a 24/7 dialogue around all these things going on internally in their mind, which of course is going to wildly cause behavioral problems, right? Like you're gonna be reactive. You're gonna like, there were times when I was so in my head with like dealing with all of my misfortune. Mm-hmm. That like you would talk to me, or like somebody would just talk to me out of the blue, and I would almost snap, like in my answer, and I'd be like, and it would be something stupid like, "Hey, you want peanut butter and jam for lunch?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, fine, peanut butter and jam."
Oh, you're peeking.
You know what I mean? Like a trip.
That was a big shout.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't recall you doing that to me.
Well, it did. It wasn't as severe as that, but I did it.
Oh, you did these with this like Baldoni fans. You like Alan?
Sure, I get Alan. Well, you fucking guilty angel. I was just like, I was in a bad place that day. I mean, this is when I was healthy, but those are like good instances where you can like see where the dialogue in your brain is sort of, sort of overcoming the present situation, the actual, conscious fucking exchange between two people is being muddied through this filter of just madness.
I think that's extremely relatable. It just seems seems like a really like a real disability if you are constantly in that mind state all the time. So depressed people have to deal with this. Like this
You're peaking.
Vulnerable.
You're peaking.
Should I not?
No, you're not peeking.
I'll just stop talking if you
No,
want me
you
to.
should talk.
Vulnerable narcissism seems like such a fucking yoke around somebody's neck. I can't imagine.
Hypersensitivity and defensiveness, victim mentality, passive aggressive tactics, hidden grandiosity. This is the one that I think is, because it's only hidden to us.
No, but he said it in his text messages to his publicist. He was talking about how the big offense was that he thought that she had turned all those people against him to unfollow him on social media. You have got to have something wrong with your head.
Yeah.
Some sort of one of these fucking disorders.
Yeah.
To take unfollows on social media and decide to destroy somebody. Like, first of all, scapegoat somebody for other people unfollowing you.
Yeah.
But then decide to destroy them, to like launch a smear campaign because of it. Like, you really can't water off a duck's back about that shit, bro.
Come on.
They're fucking follows on social media. Like, the shit doesn't matter. I know he is just like a couple years younger than me.
Yeah.
I know he grew up in a world before this shit. Like, social media isn't everything to people in our generation. He
Shouldn't
fucking
be.
knows better.
Yeah.
But because he cares so much about his image, that his public reputation is everything to him, and he's so constantly hungry for that kind of resonance from other people, like, oh, I have a good reputation.
The greatness of
people
this.
are
Because
reflecting back to me that I'm
talk
great.
about him. Because other people who talk about him who are close to him are like, Justin is a special person.
Yeah,
like,
right.
This is the feedback that he's cultivating.
The woundedness is so imagined, like his self-imagined.
Yeah.
You know?
The hidden grandiosity. You know how we've all said things that you like, you'll kind of regret your whole life. Like, you'll just play them back in your head. They'll just invade.
Literally, constantly.
They'll just invade. Like,
even today.
You'll be sitting there doing whatever. You'll be like sitting there like filing your nail, and you'll be like, all of a sudden you'll be like, why did I say that in 1987?
That's the story of my life, yeah.
Yeah.
They never
I have
go away.
one after Don's Plum all blew up or whatever, and there was like the fight was going on, and there was the whole like dividing of the friends that was going on, and where we were being ostracized essentially. Well, I was in the Beverly Center, and I ran into Giovanni Ribisi of all people, and I had this really fucking strange and weird, bizarre exchange with him. He and I were friends at one point, and then there was this other girl with him. Or maybe I saw her in a separate pot of people, but it was Nicole Solomon, who I don't know why I said her name. She's a wonderful former friend of mine or whatever. But I remember like she was like talking about the dispute between Leo and I was like this grandiose this hidden grandiosity. I was sitting there going, I'm not fucking Jesus Christ, I'm not going to just like sacrifice myself, Like I was just, and
I mean, it's not a bad point.
It's always like this is one of these like statements that I've always like, God, why did I say it like that though?
Oh yeah, nobody thinks you actually think that you're Jesus Christ.
It just see.
I think it's a perfect statement because you're like you guys are exalting me in order to take me down.
Right.
But like I'm not fucking exalted in the first fucking place. Like you guys are making that up,
Well, thank you for making me feel better about it because this is like one of those like things where I was like, wow, did I just like try to like make myself out to be like Jesus Christ?
No. Your point is that they're making you out to be this person.
Yeah, well, that was my point.
They're trying to put you on a super high pedestal so that they can make you
Rip me down.
They can take you all the way down. Where you're like, I'm already on the ground, dude.
What's that? Who wrote those lyrics? They can build you up so they can knock you down.
Yes, this is it.
I can't remember the song.
Well, so this is what Baldoni did to Blake Lively, and so when she, in his own mind, betrayed him.
Fish. It's a Fish song.
When Blake Lively, in his own mind, betrayed him, well, she didn't fucking owe him anything in the first place, right?
Right now.
She was just working with him like a normal
Yeah,
person.
dude. She was just.
But when he exalted her so much when they were working together, that he saw what she did as a betrayal.
Yeah.
That she was calling him out on his behavior.
Yeah.
This is part of this disorder.
I'm going to interrupt the conversation because we're already an hour and a half into this. I didn't even realize, and I haven't told anybody about our plans.
Oh, our plans.
I gotta talk about our plans.
Nefarious schemes.
We have nefarious.
We have been meeting in secret, and we have decided.
Yeah. Yeah. So I told you about my tarot card reader, and
Drop her name again. She's awesome.
her name is Gemma from Soul Files. Let me just look at her. Let me see. So anyway, I've been thinking about, look, after the Baldoni trial, The Soul Files and her handle, it's called The Soul Files, and she has 65,000 subscribers. I love her. I'm just a fan. And she has her thing is at Soul Files 11, at the Soul Files 11. Check her out. Her Patreon's really cool. She has this Patreon where I give her $10 a month, and she gives me 1 3-card reading with that contribution every month. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Isn't that generous as hell?
Yeah, it's too generous. I don't think.
I think so too.
I think she should be more protective of her time. But
I'm gonna
whatever.
buy some more readings from her. I just haven't found the subject. She's actually got this. I'm gonna get her to do a Celtic Cross for me, because. But I just want to make sure that I'm bringing like something really Celtic Cross worthy. Celtic Cross is a tarot spread that looks much like a cross with another 4 cards on the side of it, and it's a 10-card spread. It's a very so it's an extensive reading. I'm not a real super fan of the extensive card read, like the multiple
Dale,
I really,
why don't you talk about the card reading?
I really
you
feel
did
like
get?
the 3 cards is like a lot to deal with, because cards have such depth to them. But she's a lovely, lovely tarot reader, and I do plan on getting more work done from her than my regular monthly reading. But the reason I'm bringing her up is because I was kind of waiting for her feedback before stepping forward, because I was like looking
we're so
for that
superstitious.
last bit of assurance that, okay, this is what I want to do. But ever since the trial didn't, go, and, oddly enough, and probably not so wisely, we kind of I kind of built the live around this Baldoni and Lively dispute, Cosmic Christians used to show up here and be like, oh, it's the Blake Lively podcast, which I was insulted by. But then when the trial stopped, I was like, who am I? Who really am I? I just fell into this
because
deep
from the
identity
beginning,
crisis.
it was like the initiation of this whole.
Yeah, because the live was started as this thing to, sort of try to help people navigate the propaganda around the behavior on the set, because a lot of people didn't know what the hell goes on in a set, so they think, so they were making a lot of assumptions and so on and so forth. So I was just trying to be helpful in the end, but I was also obviously curious about it because there were parallels to my own personal story.
Happiness in Your Life says, I miss Alan.
Alan, well, he
Will Alan persist?
he makes his appearances.
Will Alan endure?
Yeah, I mean, Alan's a part of me. Anyway, so since the trial didn't go, I've been kind of floundering and not really understanding what I am and what this is and what is my purpose, what is my goal. And so I began asking questions, as I often do when I'm in, these sort of states of ponder. And so I was like, well, okay, I think I need to rebrand this live. I think that this live it needs to be rebranded. And so I brought that to you, and I was like, hey, this has been on my mind a lot. And it was really funny because, and I'm not going to reveal much because we're going to reveal it later, but what was cool about you and bringing you this problem was because you said to me, and I love this so much, you were like, you started this channel to promote Don's Plum. You started this channel because you wanted to promote, this channel is you. And I was like, wow, this is really interesting, because this channel really did become something completely away from anything that I had ever could have ever intended. Anyway, it left me a little, I don't know, whatever, bewildered. And so when I brought it to you, though, you brought that up, and I was like, well, that's very important. You were like, this is the channel that brings the world Don's Plum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the film is hosted on this YouTube channel.
Yeah, from the filmmaker. And,
right.
And I was like, yeah, dude, I can't have... Anyway, so I began thinking about rebranding the show. And we came up with an idea to rebrand the show completely. From top to bottom, total, same shit. It's you and me. Same curtains.
I'm not getting new curtains.
Yeah, no. But we're going to rebrand the show, and then with that though is going to come certain changes to how I do the show, because I want to improve on that in many, many ways.
Yeah.
Like just, for example, like a lot of times I'll bring up articles and I just never show you guys the articles because I've ultimately, I mean, to shame my own self, I've been too fucking lazy to sit down and do the work because I'm working on a piece of hardware. I don't have a lot of people who do lives. They work off of OBS or similar type software that's on a computer. Makes everything very, very easy.
Oh yeah, or when you were working on OBS, we constantly had sound problems.
But I had too many problems, yeah. And I don't know if it was my hardware or what the fuck, but OBS was like I was just getting
Happiness in Your Life says yay for the rebrand.
Yeah, so it's a complete total rebrand, but
It's very encouraging. Thank you.
I am very excited about it. But here's the thing, dude. So check this out. Happiness in Your Life is into tarot. So I won't tell you how she read the cards, but I will tell you the spread. So the question I posed, and I'm going to unveil the rebrand later because I'm going through some tweaks on it right now, and I have to do some work. But I posed her the question, or posed the cards the question about whether is this a good idea? Should I go with the rebrands? Should I stick with Too Real? Whatever. And she did a 3-card spread on that, and here were the 3 cards, and the 3 cards basically representing the first card, the current state of Too Real or what Too Real represents. The second card is the new branded name, which I revealed to her in part because I didn't have a full actual name, but I gave her the core, knowing that there is variants of it that may succeed, but still, in some, in substance having all or whatever, whatever. Gift of fucking gab over here. So then,
so what were the cards? Spit it out.
So and then the third card represents sort of like the creative, the creative outcome or like the expectations and whatever. And listen to these cards. Like for those of you who aren't into tarot, you're gonna be like, just shut the fuck up and move on. But for Happiness in Your Life, at least, she'll be like, oh, that's very interesting. So the first card that we pulled was the
Page.
Page. It was the Page of Pentacles.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then the second one was the
Was the Emperor.
Emperor.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the
For
third
the
one.
note for the rebrand.
And then the
which was a
third-
very, very strong statement.
And the third card, which is exceptional, is the 4 of Wands.
4 of Wands. And so to me, this was like, well, she was my tarot reader. She was like Gemma. Call her my tarot reader. I keep her in the closet over
No,
here.
I mean like,
She's allowed out to,
she should be everybody's tarot reader, I think.
She's lovely. So anyway, she was, squealing with delight with these cards. Like she was just turning them over going. So the story very plainly was clear. It was like, look, you were, this was an experimentation. This was a, the beginning. And, one of the things that the page cards of the court cards represent is, I don't want to say immaturity, but youth, and so with that, potentially immaturity. And so, Too Real really kind of showed up as something that was formative. Mm-hmm. And then the Emperor is like a straight up, like it's the authority. It's the...
Is there anything bad about that card?
No, not really. I mean,
It looks really foreboding.
It's not. It's actually a card considered to be, especially in the context that I pulled it, a success card all the way.
Yeah, cool.
Like it's a very like not only a success card, but and what I loved about her reading was she was like, look, this is a card of great structure, and that's important to me. Was like I was just like, I need to have a little more structure behind this. And then the third card, of course, with the 4 of Wands is just like a big giant success card too. So it was just like I got her confirmation, and to me it was like I was reeling with excitement. It was just absolutely exciting because when I started thinking about the rebrand of Too Real, it fucking hit hard. Like I was like, I want to do this. It felt compelling to me, but I also wanted to do it right. I didn't want to do it fly by night. I didn't want to be sitting around rebranding. Great album by Rush, by the way. Honestly,
Fly By Night?
Oh, what a great record! It's got an owl on the cover. It's a great record. One of their best. Absolutely, fucking love that record. And it's old Rush too, before the moving picture synth. Okay, so back to my point. I didn't want to, rebrand Fly By Night. So that means that we're going to pause the live until July 30th. No, yeah, July 30th, right? Mm-hmm. That's the date. So we're going to pause the live until July 30th, during that time, I'm going to complete the rebrand, and I'm going to complete the structure. And the structure is going to include things like interviews. We have Happiness in Your Life already queued up.
I'm really excited about that, and I'm glad that you're going to do it after you.
Yeah, I wanted to. Well, that was when it was another kind of. It was this idea that I was going to interview her, and I wanted to do it right. And then I was like, I'm sitting here in this sort of flux state with this brand of Too Real, and how it it was a funny thing when I brought Too Real. Angela was like, "Well, here's the problem with Too Real as the brand. I want to talk about cryptids. I want to talk about Bigfoot. I need to talk about things that aren't so real, potentially."
It is like one of my favorite topics.
Me too. I want to talk about aliens.
I want to talk about
I
Mothman
don't know if they're
sometimes,
real.
man.
They are real, Mothman.
I don't know if they're real.
The
like
New Jersey Devil.
the New Jersey Devil.
You know.
That's really funny.
So
Can you talk about the chupacabra when you're called Too
right,
Real?
the chupacabra, man. So we are going to rebrand, and we are going to do that over the next couple of weeks. And that doesn't mean we won't put some posts up, but there will be. So all the schedule, everything's going to be pretty much the same, except that the show is going to be called something completely different. We're going to have different graphics, and we're going to have a little like I said, I'm going to hunt interviews down. Fucking hunt them down.
Mm-hmm. Tear out their hearts.
I'm gonna tear out their hearts live on TV.
Do you are you gonna have the same schedule?
I'm gonna announce the schedule. We're gonna finalize the schedule, the weekly schedule, by the time that'll be announced at the time that we go live. What the schedule will be, but it's not gonna be it's gonna be the same time slot. Just gonna figure out what days.
Yeah, I really adore our folks from Australia and New Zealand, so I didn't want to change the time if it makes it easy for them
No,
to attend.
Deanne, Our Scientist, No Two Trolls.
Yeah.
Who's the other one from Down Under? There's a couple over there. There's a few. I know I'm missing somebody, and I love you, and I'm sorry I'm not getting your geography in my head right now, but I can see their tag. I can't see their name. She always shows up from, I think she's in New Zealand. Or maybe it's from, I think she's Aussie. So anyway, so we're doing the rebrand. So this is it. This is the last show until July 29th. So I hope you guys...
No, you said 30th.
July 30th. July 29th is where I got to do something to activate.
So the 30th is a Thursday.
It's a Thursday, right? Yeah, it's a Thursday.
So you're going to do a show on a Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday, July 30th. I'm doing this, I'm kind of coordinating all of this with astrology. Mm-hmm. So on 29th, I'm going to do something that because there's an election day on the 29th.
Yeah.
So on 29th, we're going to kind of do this activation thing astrologically. Like we're going to hit the date and kind of like give this new brand a boost. I'm really excited about it. I hate to disappear for a couple of weeks, but I need that time to get this thing organized and do it properly. One example I'll give you is right now, I kind of rigged my sound up. I know my sound's decent, but I need to work on it, in terms of getting my levels proper on all the different equipment I have. And I've just never gotten around to it because I'm so damn busy. And what happens is we have such a heavy, and we've had such a heavy live schedule that I just don't have much time for anything else because I've got all these other things we do during the day.
Yeah, right.
We've got our gig work that we do. And so it's about finding all of the right space and the right vibe. And a lot of it is you guys too, I think about the time we have together, and I just want to pay homage and respect to that as we go forward. So,
are you Happiness in Your Life has questions about the interview?
okay.
You're going to reach out?
Yeah, well, I'm going to reach out to you. Yeah. The only reason I haven't reached out to you is because I knew that I didn't want to do the interview until the rebrand.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to tell you about the rebrand so that you're coming into these lives knowing things that people don't know and I haven't announced them yet and blah, blah, blah. Even though it's kind of cool to have a little insight or whatever. But I was just whatever. I just wanted to wait until I knew what I was doing before I could decide on what to do. Junk Farm's here, by the way. I'm so excited.
Mr. Hands 57 is with us too.
Yeah. I loved how Taylor had an ice contractor at her wedding. Any event has a certain prestige when Gestapos attend. That is, I didn't know that. Is that true?
I have no idea. But
Really?
she's constantly being smear campaigned, so you never can trust any negative news about Taylor Swift, whether it's fucking real or fake or whatever.
Bing Bop Boom came back with for trial purposes only when it comes to them. It's so funny you should say that. So what you're saying is they're lying to the court. Mm-hmm. So what you're saying then is that they're lying to the fucking court.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Like, is that what you're saying? Like, are you saying that what they're saying is a fucking lie?
Oh, there's Ellen.
Well, it's just so fucking
Can I share with you?
irritating.
I
It's
was
just
about to tell you
I can't.
about-
It just takes the fucking lid off every time because it's like, so that's your idea of nobility. There's the idea of like, oh, these are good people. They only lie to the fucking court. The place they're supposed to be telling the fucking truth. And then that's not the first time they lied, is it? Because they filed a $400 fucking million piece of shit frivolous lawsuit.
Hey, can I reclaim
Come
this?
on, bro, get on the right side.
Can I reclaim your energy a little? Because
Yeah.
I wanted to share with you before you went the fuck off. Mr. Hands 57 is here.
Yeah,
Did you
I
hear
love
me
that
say
guy.
that?
Yeah, I love
I
that
wanted
guy.
to share this.
Yeah, I'm sure he comes from my past.
So funny.
I know.
He said that Giovanni Ribisi is locked in a room building the only remaining VistaVision cameras in the world,
Yeah.
and he needs our unwavering love and support.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You know what's so funny about that guy is like he makes a movie and he shoots it on film and then he like puts that as like attention here everybody, I shot this all on film.
Right.
Like what the fuck do you think has been happening in the last 100 years?
I have never seen anything like that from Roger Deakins.
Weirdest fucking thing. Christopher Nolan only shoots on film, has never shot digitally in his life, you know, and he doesn't make that announcement in his films. You know, we know about it through the press or whatever.
Vittorio Storaro never had to tell me that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
John Farm said he lied about the emoji. I can't get past it. Why'd he lie? How can you believe anything else he says? Well, it's true though. I mean, I think you're right on it. It's like they lie. They are liars for trial purposes only. I can't believe that you're cool with that. Like when that's so obviously a lie then. There's no such thing as for trial purposes only when it comes to what is true or what is not true. And yes, I agree with you that what they did was tactical. So that means that they lie tactically. That means they are liars.
Happiness in your life is happy that Ellen came out.
But they're fucking liars. I mean, it's right there, dude. It's written on the wall, man.
Not anymore, man. That shit's old news.
For trial purposes only.
Everybody's encouraged to just move on.
As far as the trial goes, she was perfectly legitimate.
I mean, apparently, if you want to continue following Justin Baldoni, you can just subscribe to his Instagram because that's where he's posting his little
poor me videos.
little sappy videos.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I know.
I'm here to represent survival. I'm here to represent courage. And I'm here to represent the most important thing besides UM, of course, which is, and our children and our dog is truth. It's truth. I'm here to represent truth.
You sound really good when you do that.
And vaccines. I'm here to represent vaccines. Vaccine.
What?
It's my new vaccine. It's the Maxine vaccine.
This is stupid.
Gone off the deep end. Who was Alan and why did he kill the guilty angel?
Sad.
Connie DiCaprio. And why did he kill the guilty angel?
I hope she's okay.
Alan,
I hope she's happy. Whatever she's doing, I hope
when
she's
I
happy.
was when my mother was pregnant, this was before you knew until it was always like, what's it gonna be?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a girl.
I know. Now it's a big fucking production.
So they didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, it was 1970, and I guess it was like it cost extra or something.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't think we had Medicare at that point, or like universal health care at that point. Anyway, so my mom and dad were sure that I was going to be a girl, and they were going to call me Ellen. My name was going to be Ellen Wheatley.
It's a good name.
And then I came out, and they were like, "Wait, the second? Mm-hmm. This appears to be a boy. Oops, we don't have a name." So I was supposed to be Ellen, and then I had a couple of moments where I like have my outbursts where I scream at people for being profoundly dim. And then the chat said that it was Alan for Ellen. So that's Ellen. That's the whole Ellen story. Yes, I disappointed my father. He's never forgiven me. Never. And I mean that. You know, my dad never touched me for the first 2 years of my life. Did not touch me.
Because you were sick, right?
I was sick and he was like not going to have anything to do with me. He didn't like me. This is true.
I know. I think
I was slow to develop because I was in this oxygen tent.
Yeah, you were a literal boy in the bubble.
I was for 2
Yes.
years. I spent 2
This is
years.
crazy to me.
Yeah. So I spent 2 years inside this oxygen tent, which had to be fed with ice, and it was just this weird thing or whatever, and whatever. There were pathogens in the air that would kill me. That this process of going through this ice fucking filter, whatever, 1970s concoction.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dad was like, this fucking guy, man, he was supposed to be a girl, and look at him, he's a fucking gimped out boy.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
But I was also, well, that's what he was saying. But I was also like underdeveloped, you know? And so like after 2 years, like I still didn't know how to walk. I was like, it took me way too long to learn how to use like things like utensils. And, you know, my mom was still like putting food in my mouth, you know, you see those videos of like the 5-year-olds breastfeeding. That was basically me, but sans the breastfeeding, but just that kind of dependency. So I eventually became a genius, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But before I became a genius, I was this, you know,
You rose above your humble beginnings.
yeah, it was a very humble beginning, and my father didn't really like me. Fellbombing says, anyone notice that Baldoni comes out with his hostage video the same day it's confirmed that Blake and Ryan didn't go to Swift's wedding? Coincidence? I think not.
Hostage video. Oh my God.
It did feel a little bit like that.
Like just below the camera, there's like a
Right.
like a weapon pointed at
There's
her.
like dwarves with guns pointed at her.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, no, of course it's not a coincidence. These people feed off of this shit, you know? It's like you said it, I don't know, maybe you said it on this live, but you said, hey, fucking, he could be, hey, man, we're moving on.
Yeah, let me tell you about our
We
next
haven't
project.
spoken because we wanted this to get behind us. And now it is. And we're ready to move forward and we're ready to start.
I just
new.
don't understand this at all because this is absolutely the take that I would take.
It's the best take.
I would be like, what happened? That was small shit.
Yeah.
Us here,
Yeah,
we're big shit.
Yeah.
So that's why we're not going to bother with
Yeah.
any of that anymore. We're going to move on and up.
I'm glad that fucking
Onward and
pathetic
upward.
moment in my history is over.
Yeah, right. It could be so easy. But no, he's going to try and exploit it. And he's like, you know, he's too much of a victim. So, of course, he has to make it his entire personality now. Fucking weirdo.
Dude just put a Taylor Swift song in his trailer and expected Lively to make it happen after what he put her through. A scientist. It's true.
Is that the origins of the Taylor Swift song?
What do you mean?
Did he put it in his trailer?
Yeah, he wanted it.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know.
Absolutely no person on this planet. Look what happened with Toy Story 5.
No, I know. I only read it in the deposition, so I didn't know the whole
I like that where BC's
Origin.
locked in a closet.
rebuilding a camera.
Yeah, Leo even spoke about it because he's like rebuilding these cameras or some shit. Fucking, I don't know.
What do you mean, Leo spoke about it? What
Yeah,
did he say?
Leo was like, there was some interview or something, and I don't know how he even saw it.
Oh, so Mr. Hands 57 is Leo? Is what you're saying?
Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious?
He's got a good sense of humor. This whole time we're shit talking.
And he
about
loves Jerry
it.
Swindoll to the point of,
Mr. Hands 57 wants to know, is Alan like Slim Shady? Yeah, right. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
yeah, he just
It's
never
the-
stands up.
It's
But
a
yes.
Mr. Hyde to your Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, really? Jimmy Eats World has those lyrics in their Futures album. That's my favorite album of theirs. Although I'm not as much a fan as you in terms of like knowing their music that well.
Okay.
Maybe that's where I'm getting it from.
Last few things I wanted to talk about before we take. Is it time off? No, because you're going to be working. What do you call it? A break? No, a pause.
This is a pause. I'm going to be working. I'm just not going to
When
be
we
working
go
on the
dark.
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to
Okay.
go dark. Yeah.
I wanted to tell you the story. There's this flight instructor. Did you hear about this? This flight instructor, Argentinian flight instructor. His name is Leandro Andres Bertazzo. Okay. He reportedly was conducting a flight lesson session with a 23-year-old woman who was learning to fly when he reportedly jumped out of the plane mid-flight to commit suicide.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. And it's really funny because all of the news agencies
Way to
just
fucking traumatize everybody around you.
all the
bro.
news agencies just keep showing his picture, but not her. Like she survived an attempted murder. He said his last words to her was, you know what you have to do, carry on. And then he just dipped. And then she was like, oh fuck. And she landed the plane perfectly. When she like called 911, she had somebody else like walk her through it, whatever. But she knew how to, she had been taking lessons. Isn't that crazy?
Pick a bridge, bro.
I know. That's what everybody's saying online. Like
a high rise wouldn't do.
Right, like he could have just like offed himself in the privacy and not bothered anybody.
Like, there's so many cliffs.
Or just, not involve anybody or public or anything at all. But he decided that he wanted to jump out of an airplane and he needed somebody else to...
There's a bungee outfit he could try it out too.
And he needed somebody else to fly it because apparently he wanted to torment his student, but he didn't want the plane to crash like in some town.
Why
or something.
torment the student? What was
I
that
have no
for?
idea. Well, anyway, other people have the conspiracy theory that she is lying.
She killed her. This is Elon
That
Musk's
she
car.
shoved him out of the plane and then now she's the hero.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a perfect story in that respect.
I know. I don't believe that for a second. I think I think investigators know what happened to this guy and then he just jumped out.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was the last lesson with his 22-year-old student. His last words to her, you know what you have to do, carry on. The reason why people I think that it may be foul play is because he had his cell phone on him. And part of her story is that he grabbed his cell phone, spoke those last words and then jumped. And everyone's like, what's with the cell phone detail?
Habit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I need my phone for this.
Right. I just gather my things before I jump out of the plane.
I mean, why is he grabbing his phone at all? He's on a plane.
I know. So people are like, okay, well.
Unless you're going to play chess.
I just love that you can't report anything and the internet won't be like, but what if instead this other thing happened?
This immediately reminded me of the which wasn't a suicide but an accident, but that bungee jump. Did we talk about that on Select?
Yes. The woman who bungeed without a bungee.
Let me tell you about that one though, because I think about it far too often. Because it was like it's a kind of, the video kind of torments you because they toss this woman off of a bridge and then they turn around and walk back like they got to go grab their Coke,
Yeah, they did not know what they had
They
done.
had no idea, but and the bungee cord's not unraveling. There's no sound. Like it's just a profound lapse in consciousness, really. But I did an illegal jump with some New Zealanders, as a matter of fact. Shout out to Deanne. Mm-hmm. No to trolls. But yeah, I did these New Zealanders were up in Canada. This was when I was working for Anthony Robbins. And they came to one of my, I was holding these like introductory events, basically. And they came to this introductory event. And then they were like, hey man, like mate, I think they called me. And they were like, we do these jumps. Do you want to go on a jump? I mean, this sounds like the kind of place that we want to go on a jump. And I was like, fuck yes. So I ended up putting together like 10 people from our client base and myself and a couple of others from the facility.
And they fastened the rope to each one of you.
And it was so big. I mean, it was so heavy.
Yeah,
and it was like,
I know.
Like, the point I'm trying to make is like,
there's no way
this
that
is
you
obviously
wouldn't...
1992 or whatever, but
No, the gear is supposed to feel like gear.
It's
like
weight. It's on you. It's,
right.
And also like, how do you not know you're not being attached to something? You're about to jump off let me tell you, man, I've only ever bungee jumped once in my life, and this was that moment. So I've been through the illegal sort of sort of backwoods kind of jump, you know what I'm saying? And we were jumping off of a trestle. It was probably about 300 feet to a dry creek below. And I mean, the fear, bro. Like the fear.
What's weird about that video of them not attaching the rope and then throwing her off for her bungee jump is that they basically like elevated her above their heads. They like crowd surfed her, right?
Yeah.
And then they're walking across this long plank. Like obviously part of their business is that they do this like long prolonged walk out before you jump off this one ledge.
Yeah.
But all the 4 dudes who were carrying her above their head, like none of them were like, hey, guys, there isn't a rope that we have to step around. We're not dragging a rope behind us. Like usually you'd think that they would have the sensation of like the rope hanging and then having to navigate it. It's weird. I have other stories that I wanted to bring before we depart.
Let's go. I mean, I don't care if we go a little late tonight. This is our
Currently,
vacation episode.
the guy who, in my opinion, is being framed for Charlie Kirk's murder,
Yes.
he is on trial.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
should cover this when we get back, huh?
So far, they're presenting evidence, and the evidence doesn't seem to match up with the weapon. It's like the one thing that makes me worry that this guy actually is going to get convicted is that it's the same state as just convicted Corey Richins.
Yeah, Utah.
And
Same lawyer.
he has the same lawyer that Corey
As
Richins
Corey Richins
did.
has, yeah. Yeah, I
So
mean,
the
I kind of
same
want to watch
woman-
this trial, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
I know.
you know.
She's a good lawyer, but obviously the juries don't really need a lot of evidence because that's what happened in the Corey Richins trial.
I mean, I'm terrified for anybody who's going on trial in Utah, man. They convicted Corey Richins with nothing. With nothing.
I know.
I mean, they literally had zero evidence that irrefutably or without any reasonable doubt made her a murderer.
No hard
And
evidence, right?
And the worst part about it is this juror, and this is why I'm afraid of him. So this juror that I watched after the Richins trial who explained the verdict, he said that he believed that what was it specifically? It was like something about not having an incentive. Like he was like, you know, he
motive?
What he said was, oh, this is what it was. What was her name? Carmen?
Carmen Lauber was the key witness for the
Key
prosecution.
drug dealer witness, right?
Yeah, and she said that she didn't sell the drugs that he died from.
So here's what the juror said. The juror said that he felt like the evidence proved that Carmen would lie if there was something in it for her.
Yeah, he was
like
like
if she could benefit
he was like, you know what, that
'cause the
star
interviewer-
witness, she seemed like a liar to me. So
the
I wanted to
interviewer-
convict
the
her.
interviewer was like, you know, look, the defense seemed to be able to prove that she was untrustworthy or
Yeah.
just whatever.
So maybe you can't trust any
unreliable witness,
Right.
right? So what about her evidence? Because he was going down like all the major witnesses.
Yeah.
And he's like, so what about her? Like, did you find compelling? And he's like, well, I didn't really think much about her. He was like, one thing that was clearly obvious about her was that if there was something in this is the juror saying this, if there was something in it for her, that's when she would lie. This same juror watched the video where a cop sat across from her without a lawyer
and
representing
said,
her.
we are going to put you in prison for 21 years unless
unless
you can give us
It
something
was
that
actually
convicts.
7 years, but
No, it was 7 on several charges.
right. Okay, so okay.
Several felonies.
She was going away forever, dude.
Anyway,
unless you give us the evidence that convicts.
I know.
He used the word convicts.
Yes, it was bonkers.
Richins of murder, and the jury, that juror, and the rest of the jury saw that evidence, which to me is plain.
Okay, I know, but that was back then. That
So,
was a
no,
different
this is
trial.
I'm afraid. Like, dude, I don't want to get a traffic ticket.
I know.
In fucking Utah.
Conspiracy theorists online are very super jazzed up about this scenario in this case. And one of the things that I read today, and not like I believe all of the theories, but whatever the official theory is certainly not the fucking truth. Like something else the fuck happened. Like
Yeah.
the guy that's on trial is not the guy responsible. None of the shit matches up.
Yeah.
But what one of them said was that they probably intended to that this guy, the defendant, was going to be a patsy and that he was going to be murdered, and he was going to be suicided, right? And then they would just be like, oh well, open and shut case. But instead, he turned himself into the authorities, and so
They're
now
like,
he's
that
on
wasn't
trial.
The plan.
But anyway, they said that they recovered 5 fragments. They didn't even call them bullet fragments, but they recovered 5 fragments from the deceased's body in autopsy, right? Charlie Kirk was 5 items remained in his body. And they said that that the testing to match those fragments to the alleged murder weapon was inconclusive. That they could not match and they could not rule out. So the jury is hearing that they could not forensically match the alleged murder weapon that they found not on the scene, that they just found like randomly out in some fucking wooded area. And they're gonna hear that the guy who was killed by this weapon allegedly was not. You know?
I mean, listen, I'm
So that already happened. That was like day 3.
Erica Kirk has like been all over the press saying that she wants all the discovery to be released publicly so that people can stop accusing her of participating in the death of her husband, as if anyone thought she pulled the trigger to begin with.
I know, but it's so weird. She's making it about her.
Yes.
You
she
need to be
is.
exonerated. I mean, come on. There's a guy like on trial for murder.
Well, Charlie's dead.
I know, it's fucking weird.
It's not about him anymore. He's
Anyway, apparently the love interest of the defendant, apparently his DNA is present all kinds of places. And so
Oh,
the jury
really?
is going to have to figure out whether this person, Lance Twiggs, whether he's actually responsible because his DNA is on several of the items that were recovered, which, you know, are alleged to be weapons, but they don't even know if they are. Just because you find a gun in the woods doesn't mean it's the gun that you're trying to link to a crime, you know? Anyway, Lance Twiggs' DNA was on the towel and also a screwdriver.
and this is the roommate or whatever?
It's, I guess, his boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
I'm not sure what this person's gender identity is. That's apparently in question. I'm not sure. I'm not really following it that closely. But whatever.
Regardless, but they're calling the
person's name
they're
is
calling
Lance.
the other person, the person to whom the DNA belongs, the boyfriend.
Yeah, Tyler is the defendant.
Yes.
Lance is his love interest.
Got it.
Okay, so Lance Twiggs' DNA was on the towel and apparently a screwdriver that was used to disassemble the weapon, but they don't know because they didn't see it. It's just a screwdriver. Lance has the same pair of Converse sneakers as Tyler. Lance has access to the Discord and Tyler's computer. Lance allegedly found the confession note, which no longer exists, from an 11 p.m. automated or scheduled text from Tyler, which is like suspicious. And now we also find that the Dremel that Tyler allegedly used to engrave the bullets actually belonged to Lance.
Oh,
They're like, okay, so
wait a second. They got the wrong guy. They got the.
I know. So
It's Lance? Lance is the killer?
Is he being framed?
By Lance? Yes. Has Lance framed
So
the
this is
roommate?
another question before the jury. Because what they're hearing
But
is
in
like,
Utah, they're going to be like, but you got him, right? You grabbed him.
Yeah.
And you held on to him, right? He's guilty.
anyway, the whole thing's weird. It's only just begun. It's going to be a big deal.
So in Victoria,
Mm-hmm.
British Columbia,
Yes.
this is a picture. You can't see it, but this is a picture of a woman who says that she was hiking on Vancouver Island, the place where I want to retire and where I want to decompose. That this is a picture of Bigfoot. She said she snapped this
She found a picture of Bigfoot.
and it's like the best picture you ever
We can't
saw.
talk about that on this. This podcast is called Too Real. We can't talk about it.
Here it is. I'm going to show it to the peeps. There it is, guys. Can you see that? That's Bigfoot. There he is. I mean, I can't see his foot, so I don't know. I can't speak to that, but I can see his head. And that's big enough. Very hairy.
I love this content. This is
I
like
think
my
this
favorite.
is an exciting photograph.
I
mean,
would if I could just chase my dreams and I didn't have to worry about anything, I would probably be a Bigfoot hunter.
You would be?
Sure.
You like
You get to hang out in the woods all the time and like look at
You, like,
mushrooms and
you
wait for
win the
Bigfoot.
lottery or whatever.
You know, there's this,
Some like relative died that you didn't know existed, and you got an
Yeah.
inheritance. You're like, who? What's the guy's name?
I'm off to the woods.
Roland what?
I'm off to
He
the
gave
woods.
me 10 what? Million? I'm going to go find Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's Bigfoot, all right.
Can you see it?
Yeah, this is an old picture. I've seen this before.
Well,
Bigfoot's
excuse me.
it's not a big revelation, Dale. We've all of us Bigfooters
Was to
have seen
me,
this.
was to me. This is
Did
why
you
people
know?
complain-
Did you know this though? That there's like a group of volunteers everywhere, all over the United States, at least, but probably other countries too, where they are assigned as citizen investigators.
Oh,
So if you have a Bigfoot sighting, you can report it to this group. There's a
Okay.
website where they compile all the sightings, and then this citizen investigator will come visit you and do this very like regimented, very scientific interview of you, where they try and take down all the stats
Yeah.
so that they can feed your story into this database. I have to find this. Now that I'm referencing it. It's a Bigfoot sighting database. And so if you wanted to find out whether there's Bigfoot in your area, there's Bigfoot in our area.
let's see
by
what the
the
comments said. I never even looked at the comments in this one because like maybe the first comment is, that was my uncle.
He was
And that's not even a mask. He just has a really hairy head.
Okay, here it is. This is it's called the BFRO. It is the Geographic Database of Bigfoot and Sasquatch Sightings and Reports. And literally, this is like so scientific, you guys. Like there's these people just volunteer. This is what I want to do. Where if somebody like in the town next to you is like, holy shit, I fucking saw a Bigfoot in my yard the other day, right? Then you would go, to become a volunteer, you have to be trained on how to like conduct the interview properly so that you can document all of the things and feed it into the spreadsheet properly.
Yeah.
But you can go and search here on the database, this is bfro.net, by the way, /GDB for geographic database.
Oh.
So here in Georgia, there have been number of listings here is 147.
Wow.
The most recent report was from March of this year. There's Bigfoot here.
In Georgia?
Name a state.
Georgia?
I just told you about Georgia. Name another state.
Pennsylvania?
Okay, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania had 132 listings.
When? In general and total?
The most recent was in February of this year.
That is Uncle Tom. That is Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom. See, he turned his head. He's drunk. You leave him be. Somebody said that this picture was a Bigfoot costume mask from a Halloween store. And then the person replied underneath saying, now hear me out. What if Bigfoot has flooded the market with hyper-realistic masks to desensitize people to what Bigfoot looks like?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And what if people are so desensitized to it at this point that any actual photos of Bigfoot could be denied because the creature looks like a cheap mask costume? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, it's a total conspiracy, for sure.
I love the way people think sometimes.
Okay, so here we are in a county in Georgia. You want to hear about our county?
Yeah.
All right, here we are. I'm not going to dox myself, but I'm going to tell you that here...
You're doxed. You're doxed.
There's only one
You're like
sighting.
the easiest thing to dox ever.
Bullshit.
People don't know your last name, but you're doxable.
There's only one sighting here. So Bigfoot may have just been
Like wandering.
traipsing through.
Be like, where is this? And they were like, Georgia. Oh, fuck. Get out of here, dude.
The most sightings here in Georgia,
I mean, I can't imagine how you would like Bigfoot has nowhere to hide in this neighborhood.
Walker County, wherever that is. Oh, no, White County. That's definitely like White County is
Appalachia?
like, yeah, like
It would have to be like that's
almost North Carolina. I want to go Bigfoot hunting.
Rosie O'Donnell has branded Donald Trump
Speaking
the
of
worst
Bigfoot-
thing that has ever happened to the United States of America.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
I just, it's like I liked Rosie O'Donnell in League of Their Own. Did you see that movie?
Yes.
No crying in baseball, and I liked it. I liked that movie a lot, and I didn't really
darling.
know her that much, but I liked her in the role. I was like, oh yeah, I like this Rosie O'Donnell, and then she did the Flintstones. And I was like, maybe not so much, but then I didn't like her, and it was nothing personal, but I just didn't like her. Whatever her vibe, shouting, the New York accent, like all of that just started to get to me, and I was like, I'm gonna turn that one off. Back to Robin Williams. Anyway, I like her again now. Suddenly, just like that, boom. That's all it takes. A little, alignment, and all of a sudden, yeah, all right, I like you, Rosie, for the moment.
I don't care for her because when everybody was participating in protecting their community in 2020,
Yeah,
when the COVID pandemic was a huge deal for everybody, and everybody was like unanimously like, hey, this is fucked up, like let's help.
yeah.
She had different opinions about that. So I kind of just like, I feel like that was like a really easy way to like get on board. And if the people that weren't on board, I'm like suspiciously like, oh, okay, so you're like an extremely selfish person.
Yeah.
Where you just don't care about like helping healthcare workers, I guess. Like, it was like a pretty easy sell to get everybody to just like hunker down and be cool so people could survive. And the people who didn't want to, I always just feel like that says a lot, The last thing speaking of people surviving, Mitch McConnell probably has not. And there was
Why are all these people saying that? I just got off the phone. We had a laugh. He
I
was
know.
drinking ale.
I know. It's really bad. It's really bad. And it's all
So are they lying? They're
yes,
just lying.
they're
They have to
totally
be
lying. And it's like completely it's completely backfired on them because now everybody knows they're a liar because why the fuck would you say anything like that about Mitch McConnell? This is Desiree Townsend is a reporter who has not stopped trying to figure out what's going on. She has stationed herself at the hospital until somebody fucking talks to her.
Where is this
because
guy?
This is an extremely big problem.
It's a massive story, too.
For the government of the entire United States and also Kentucky, right? But Kentucky definitely deserves to know what the fuck is going on with their one of two senators, okay? She says, this person asked her, do you have the resolve to follow this to the end? Which is a strange question because, like, how much longer could it possibly continue? They're saying that they're going to continue the charade about him being, like, the undead, like, zombie Mitch McConnell until the August 3rd because then apparently there's some sort of cutoff.
Well, because for
a special election?
yeah.
But there's just no
And
way.
they got a Democrat in there now.
There's just absolutely no way that the governor
governor is a
Andy
Democrat.
Bashir has already been like, you need to show me proof of life. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
I'm the governor of this motherfucker.
like I need a senator.
He's my senator.
Yes.
Where is he?
Exactly.
We're paying him.
He's already demanded an answer. He's like, you owe it to the people of this state, which is obviously true. Anyway,
Yeah.
Desiree Townsend's answer is dope. She says, you better believe I have the resolve to follow this through. Senator Mitch McConnell, this is the first time I've heard this. Senator Mitch McConnell is incapacitated. There is no other way to look at this. I don't care if he's in rehab or in a step-down unit or most likely still plugged into life support and the ICU. But his inability to come to the Senate floor and vote and move appropriation bills forward throws my military and federal government workforce followers into food bank lines. And this is fucking true.
Yeah, no,
There's
no,
like
no,
major
this
consequences.
is obstruction. Dianne Feinstein did it. They're all fucked.
So you better believe that not only am I going to have the resolve to follow through, I'm going to raise pure hell on the Hill next week if someone doesn't get this man to resign or pull the plug. This is the last time they are going to put the military and federal workforce through this BS. She also reported that they said that people who work on Capitol Hill know that Mitch McConnell already had leukemia. Now I didn't know this, right? Because he's allowed.
He had leukemia.
Yes, that he's allowed to have his medical situation a secret. But Desiree Townsend is saying that it was like an open secret. The reason why he had blue lips all the time and why he was bruised so easily, because people were remarking about the bruises on him, they were like, it was because he was fighting leukemia. So she's like, nobody's going to fucking convince me that he had a cardiac event where they had to do CPR resuscitation. And somehow this elderly man
doing double skips.
who was having strokes on camera and was sick with leukemia. And now he's having 20-minute phone call conversations after he had his ribs broken with the CPR. Like somehow he has recovered to a state that that is better than the one that we saw him last. Cause he was like completely zonked out. They were like shuffling him through the hallways and he couldn't answer questions. But now he's like,
Dude, he was having mini strokes in press conferences.
And now he's talking about all of the biggest topics of the day. She's like, not a chance. Anyway, so this is going to come to a head while we're not covering this anymore. And it's fine because we don't talk about politics.
Well, I would love to see movies. I'd love to see. Well, we'll see what happens before. Yeah. I mean, apparently, according to experts, they can't keep him on life support until August 3rd without his body literally rotting.
Yes.
Like it will literally start decomposing. I
didn't know this.
Even because if he doesn't have movement and if he's not whatever, and he's also he doesn't have if everything's if he's intubated,
they
so
said
the body is not circulating anything properly.
Right.
Organs are being deprived wildly of the nutrients and chemicals they need.
None of this machinery can work as well as a healthy heart. So, you end up dealing with your extremities and all the capillaries and stuff get deprived of the oxygenated blood. And you actually start to decompose. It's horrible. Ugh.
Can you imagine?
No.
I have one last thing, which is Obsession, that movie that everyone's obsessed about, and that blew all records and, is now the highest grossing
I want to see it.
in independent film of all time. Well, you're going to be able to. On July 17th, it releases on Peacock.
Oh, are they going to charge $20 for it though?
No, it's on Peacock. They don't do pay-per-view on Peacock.
Oh, okay. Sometimes they'll be like, now released on streamers, and it's like fucking $25 rental.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I'm also like, I have this like, very slight, but just enough to be like, oh, stop it, Dale. But I have this very slight like I'm just afraid that I'm gonna like feel like an imposter of film. Like my Christian movie was like $700,000. We didn't make shit. Now I didn't expect that to go off to be like some kind of major thing, but anyway, whatever. I'm just being poor me in the moment.
Regular Baldoni over here.
Regular fucking Baldoni. Let me see if I have anything else before we depart for our what was this like it's like a pause, but it's like a vacation pause. It's
I
like
mean,
that.
not for you, man. You're going to be hustling.
Oh, that's not even my. I was like, well, I don't remember saving that because that's not my.
I don't. It's so crazy too because like, you'll commit yourself to doing something and you'll literally spend like fucking 8 hours in here in the office and I don't see you.
Yeah.
That's how we got all of this set up in the first place. Is just because you like nose to the grindstone for like 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, well, and this I'm so excited about the rebrand because it's not just the rebrand; it's just like how we're gonna do the show. It's just like there's just so much more to it. One of the things that we sort of relied on and probably shouldn't have was like the lives to build our numbers. So we do these lives.
Apparently that doesn't work.
It just doesn't work. And my research is like saying like, yeah, it's rare that it will. Like if you don't come in with like a pre, whatever, like some, like if you're Conan or something, but even Conan O'Brien, like all of them are cutting and releasing on the main channel. And the other thing that we're not doing is we're not releasing these episodes as individual podcasts on all the podcast platforms. So for these next 2 weeks while we're preparing the rebrand, I'm going to set up accounts on all of these things. And I'm just going to go hard. Like I'm going to work hard and aggressively at growing the community, because here's the thing. I very much want to do the best I can to ask the algorithm to look for people who are similar to the ones we have.
Oh yeah.
Coming. Because I just think we have the coolest community.
I know.
Like, they're so fucking fun.
Vanessa just showed up. Hi, friends. Catching the end of the live here to say hi.
I'm so glad you're here because you're just about to find. So we're shutting down for 2 weeks.
And then Jane Nicholson is here. Just started at the top and is already laughing, saying, "First thing I heard was Friedman's been doing the talking."
Yeah.
I know. It's just like I have a nice time with all of these people. I hope that if we get more people, which would be nice, right? It would be nice, but I hope that they're not a bunch of fucking jerks that make the chat unpleasant.
Phil Bombing said that the Bigfoot picture might be Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you dropped by, Anessa. So just so you know, we're going to shut down the live until July 30th.
Yeah, then we're back.
It's going to be
on a
rebranded.
Thursday.
It's still going to be me and Angela, but it's going to be
new days, same time.
New name, new dress code.
A dress code?
Yeah, it's suit and tie.
Shit.
Suit and tie going forward. No more sweatshirts. No more hoodies. No more hoodies. It's good to see you, Jane. Good to see you.
You want to be somebody, you're going to have to show your tits.
You got to show your tits to get anywhere in this business.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Just how it is.
I've been on the internet long enough to know that.
And another thing that I found very interesting and that I wanted to throw out there, which was exciting, these little fucking indications of things that I just hope, they're like glints of hope that things are going to get better. But Carrie Underwood's 4th of July concert had a tiny crowd, and her fans are upset about it, and apparently they're blaming her mega ties. And I'm like, yes.
But why are her fans upset about it? They got to see her in a smaller venue?
No, it's a big.
That's great.
It was like a big venue with a bunch of little people in it. But people want the thing. Unless you're like a hipster and you're like, I don't want anyone to know about this. This is my private, my private stash of amazing.
That's where I'm at.
Most people want like their interests to be successful. You know what I mean? Like everyone here is rooting for our success. Do you know what I mean?
You guys better be.
I'm just gonna make sure that what we're gonna do is what we should do is, all right, who's here? Everybody who's here, just say something in the chat. I think I'm just gonna make them all mods right now. Add as moderator.
That's dope.
Standard. Well, I gotta find a way. Like if we do grow, I want to make sure our couple raccoon should have been a mod.
You can't do that with Mr. Hands 57 though. It'll make him too powerful.
Oh, he will.
He'll use his powers for evil and not good.
Where's kindly DiCaprio? Fell bombing should have always been a mod. He's like the most discerning, funny, smart Rush fan. King moderator.
You're clicking moderator on everybody?
Yeah, I'm giving I'm giving everyone moderator. Oh, Jane's gonna be a moderator.
Sweet.
Yeah, well, because in this way, we're gonna
This
we're
doesn't
gonna
give
grow.
them responsibilities they have to worry about, though, right?
No,
That's good.
I mean, but they can just like they're gonna just start. You guys are just gonna like.
What if they start like
There you are.
what if they start fucking with things?
What
You
do
didn't think this through.
well, then I can unmoderate them. I'm giving you great responsibility. What you do with it will determine the future of this channel. Who else didn't get it? Oh, you know who didn't? Junk Farm. Where is he at?
Oh yeah, he needs a moderator for sure.
There he is, Junk Farm.
You're gonna regret this day.
He's like, Yahoo! Cosmic Urgency isn't here. He's going to show up. He's going to be like, what the fuck?
Why is everybody blue?
Why is everybody canceling me? I'm not going to give you Bing Bop. I'm not going to do it.
No,
You don't get it.
you don't deserve it. Read some fucking documents and then come back.
You always come in happiness in your life. You always come in here and you like, try to start something.
Was that mean? I was being sarcastic, and I don't think it came across as sarcastic.
Oh, well,
so.
just say you're being sarcastic and then it's not mean anymore. So many moderators.
I have that serious disease, where people always think that I'm like angry or upset. Do you think they can hear the dog moaning in the other room?
I did make happiness a moderator, right? Yeah, you're a moderator now.
This dog is upset that.
Who's not a moderator? Hold up your hand. I'm going to make all you guys moderate. We're going to be, look, kindly DiCaprio's a moderator now.
All right, Dale, I'm going to go.
All right. July 30th, please come back. Please come back. Because we're going to be better than ever.
And if you find that you're too big for us little folks anymore, I hope you remember.
Who?
These we're leaving them for so long, they might just
They're
move on.
going to go find somebody else.
Yeah.
They're going to go they're going to find like.
Hope you remember the good times we had.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, that's what Hanada did. She went and found somebody else.
That's heartbreaking.
Somebody who wants to agree with her all the time. People who aren't willing to confront her and say that she's not.
If I had known, I would have agreed with her.
Yeah, I had no idea I was chasing her away. I was just,
I gotta go deal with this dog.
All right, you guys are the freaking best. I'm so glad. I had a great time tonight hanging out with you. I hope you'll come back on July 30th. And then from there, we'll be on a regular schedule. Everything will be hunky-dory.
Yeah.
Go with hunky-dory? Mm-hmm. Should we get, I might even have merch by then and all that. Like I'm going to work hard. We'll see. It'll be fun.
See you then.
Well, maybe we'll do a little, like 2 real live, what do you call them? Easter eggs?
Like a tombstone?
Little tombstone with 2 real live on it. That's good. You're good. All right. You guys are the best. Oh, yeah. Dog cam. We want the dog cam. Mm-hmm. So I could do that. I think the dog cam's a great idea. It also gives me a chance to like sometimes like my nose is itchy or whatever. I notice that sometimes where I just be like, and then I'll look, oh God, just
That happens to me constantly.
mortifying. I just did my nose in front of everybody and it's so big and obvious. All right. I truly do appreciate you and the time you spent with us. And I hope you'll come back with us on July 30th when we relaunch the new branded show. I think you're going to love it. I think it's going to be super fun. And I just can't wait to share it with you. I'm going to work really hard for these next 2+ weeks to make it all come true. I hope your favorite team wins the World Cup. Mm-hmm. And if they're already out, then I hope you've found someone to cheer for that's going to take you all the way. Kindly DiCaprio's cheering for UK. All right then. Do you have who you're cheering for? No one? Mm-mm. I'm kind of cheering for Norway.
I'm just cheering.
I like that guy.
I'm cheering for the underdog, no matter who.
I think it's going to be France. I think France looks the sharpest out of them all. You never know what's going to happen on game day. But man, those guys, man, they can ball. All right. You guys are the absolute best. I've said it over and over again, and I truly mean it. That's why we come here and hang out with you. We're going to grow this thing so we can sustain it, and we can keep doing it for, maybe a few years or whatever. If we could have like a Tom Green run.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.